Yo, what's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy Jason Gooner. We're back again with some more Copa America live stream content for the people. Yes, tonight we have the first quarterfinals. It is going to be Argentina versus Ecuador, people. Argentina versus Ecuador. Mute this. All right. Yes, people. So you don't know what you have to do when you check in the building. You need to drop your you need to smash that like button. That's the first thing. Next, you need to share the content, people. Share it around. Share it in your groups. Share it amongst your friends, your family. And then you need to also subscribe to the channel. Now, yes, and when you do so, hit that bell, notifications on. That way you know when we're live. You can be a part of the conversation and a part of the vibes. All right, people. So with no need to waste any time, people. We have 29 minutes to kick off. So you know how we do. We show you what the team's going to be looking like first and foremost. So this is going to be the teams for the night, people. As I said, the first quarterfinal. One interesting thing to note, Copa America will be going to a straight to penalty kicks format all the way until it gets to the finals, people. So if this game is tied with some minutes remaining in the second half, you can expect penalties right after. So no extra time until the final, people. First and foremost, what you guys think about that? That's a bit crazy to me, honestly, that they have gone for that. But that's what they have gone for. That's what they have gone for, people. So straight to PKs after 90 minutes in these Copa America knockout games. All right. All right. So let's look at the lineups, people. So for Argentina, we have Emiliano Martinez, Dibu in goal. Center backs Lisandro Martinez and Christian Romero. Nico Tagliafico is the left back. Nahuel Molina is the right back. Then in midfield, they have four across the midfield. Rodrigo De Paul, Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, and Nico Gonzalez. And up front, they have gone for Lionel Messi, the captain, and also the player that has scored in every game so far this competition, Lautaro Martinez, as the strikers. All right, so for Ecuador, we have Alexander Dominguez, typical starting keeper. The back four is the same. Angelo Preciado and Hincape as the fullbacks. Torres and Pacho as the center backs. They have gone for a three in midfield this time. Usually they go with the 4-2-3-1. This time they're playing three more holding players. You have Gruezo from the start this time, Alan Franco and Moises Caicedo, of course, of Chelsea. Then we have Kendry Paez and Sarmiento functioning as like two number 10s. In behind, Ener Valencia, their talismanic captain, having a struggle so far this Copa America, as you can see by the rating, and that has a lot to do with the fact that he got a red card after 22 minutes in their first group stage game against Venezuela in this tournament. So yeah, that is the starting lineups, people. One change from what we've seen so far for Ecuador. They have been going with either Yeboah or Rodriguez as well in the attack. They have switched the formation slightly. I think that's to deal with the that movement in that half space that you've come to expect from Argentina, trying to have three in that area just to shield that back four. So let's see how that plays out for Ecuador. They still will have a threat on the counter with Paez, Sarmiento, and Valencia for sure. And you know that Preciado can get into the attack as well on the right side. So we'll see how this one plays out, people. Should be a good one. Should be a very physical matchup, as most of these Copa America games have been. But yeah, obviously Argentina, the clear favorites. They are the betting favorites as well. As you see, plus 900 for Ecuador. So they are the underdogs in this one, people. So what do you guys think of the lineups? Any surprises? I think pretty much was to be expected from Argentina for sure. Of course, when you look at their bench, you have the likes of Di Maria, you have the likes of Paredes, who could start in midfield as well. He has gone for Lo Celso a few times. I think Martinez probably picks himself due to the fact that he's been scoring. So no surprises there. And Messi had to sit out the last game of the group, is back fine to play this knockout game. On the Ecuador side, again, the only surprise really is Gruezo starting from the starting the match in midfield. But I do think that has more to do with trying to deal with the threat that Argentina will pose in this one. So the coach went for a little bit more steel in that midfield. Ted Dexter Hope, good evening to you, boss. Good evening to you, boss. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. That's how we really ask people. Smash that like button. Yeah, man. Smash the like button for me. All right, cool. So based on what you see on screen here, people, who you think are the keys to victory, or are the key players that need to have a good performance today? I will say, for me on the Ecuador side, when you look at their team and you look at what they'll be facing tonight, of course you need the stars to step up. So you would need Moises Caicedo to have a big matchup today. Definitely needs to be, winning a lot of duels, intercepting passes, definitely starting attacks for his team as well. I think in this Ecuador team, they do look to him to break the lines a lot of the time. So he'll have to be immense today. Apart from him, I would look to their left back as well, Incape. I think Incape is a player that has done extremely well this season, the Bayer Leverkusen player. And, he's one that I think really has become a star on the world stage after this season he just had with Leverkusen. Nailed on starter for them for most of the year, and has definitely brought that form to this Copa America. I think he'll be a player that will be key to them having success as well today. Hincape, the left back. And also, I know that this player is a player that, maybe some wouldn't have known, but I think he has done really well in this tournament so far, and that is Willian Pacho. Willian Pacho, another player that plays in the Bundesliga for Eintracht Frankfurt, only 22 years of age. So Ecuador, if you notice on that back line, have some good youth, side by side, two 22-year-olds playing in the Bundesliga, doing well as well in the Bundesliga. Pacho, as you can see, if you look at his stats for this season, let's see, in the Copa America he has done well. Well, let's just take a look at his Bundesliga season. Almost a 7 out of 10 for the season. 33 played, 33 starts as well. So definitely a player that has stamped his place on that left side of the back line for Eintracht Frankfurt. And, I think, these players like Hincape, Pacho, they are part of the reason that Ecuador has, been perennially making these World Cups out of CONMEBOL. I think the conveyor belt is getting bigger for them, and year after year they're getting exports out of their domestic league into Europe. Good evidence of that as well. Kendry Paez, only 17 years of age, already on the books of Chelsea, will be going after this European season. He's a player that straight out of the Ecuadorian league, is going straight to Chelsea and doing his thing in his country, and also in the regional competitions in South America as well. So Ecuador on the come up, on the rise in CONMEBOL, but they will face a stern test today when they face the defending champs in this competition and the defending World Cup champions as well. And that, of course, is Argentina. So 3 players from Argentina for me. Let's see if the chat is following along at all. All right, they're just listening right now. Bless you up yourself, Omzo. Yeah, man, you said Colombia for sure. You said Colombia for sure. Big up Omar Fowling. We say Ecuador dead tonight. Well, we'll soon get to the prediction portion of the preview. We still have about 22 minutes, so about 10 minutes left. We'll start to drop some predictions. All right. So say they don't force exports, Jason. Those players actually deserve it. That's the difference. Yeah. Well, I agree. I agree. I think those players are definitely worthy of what they have gotten. And they're going through the development channels that work for them. You know what I'm saying? They definitely do. So for sure, I would agree with you there. They're not forcing these exports. These players are wanted and they are proven at a certain level. Yeah, these two teams did have a game before the Copa. Good shout that is there. So if you look at the most recent games they've played, yep, here it is. There's a 1-0 on June the 9th. And let's just compare the lineups in that one. So there was no Messi that day. The center backs were the same, wing backs different. DePaul played. When you look at Ecuador's team, same back line. The keeper was different. Joao Ortiz isn't playing today. Alan Minda is on the bench. So some slight differences to the lineup. Messi did come in this game, play the second half. So did Enzo, Nico. Yeah, so most of the players will be involved today. Valencia came on, Gruezo came on. So yeah, most of the players were involved on this day as well. It was a 1-0 to Argentina. They dominated this game. I didn't see the whole game, but I did see the highlights of this game. Had the only big chances in the match, outshot them 11-5, 4 on target to none on target for Ecuador on the day. So yeah, this was a 1-0 that could have been more. Argentina definitely dominated as far as the possession stats, the shot stats, and all those things. So yeah, not much to write home about for Ecuador on this particular occasion, and I'm sure they'll be wanting a different type of match today. But yeah, for on the Argentina side of things, when you talk about key players, you have to say, for me, the key players, obviously, um, one player that I think really makes this team tick is Rodrigo De Paul. I think he's a player that maybe when you talk about the Argentinian team, his name might not come up all the time, but I do think that, his mentality, the way he plays the game is something that Argentina has used to their advantage in these tournaments, especially these knockout games. They always seem to have the answer when the going gets tough. They find the goal, they find that opportunity, and they convert it. So, I think Rodrigo De Paul embodies that, and I think he also has a technical ability that puts him on a certain level when it comes to midfield play. So, Rodrigo De Paul, I think, is a key to victory for Argentina today. Another one I will say for sure is the center back, Christian Romero. I think Romero is a player that obviously plays for Spurs, so I don't really love him that much. But I have to call a spade a spade. He's a talented player. I think his head can go at times, and I think Ena Valencia is a seasoned campaigner and definitely understands the dark arts very well. So Romero will have to be very sharp in all his duels with Valencia. I'm sure he will have one eye on trying to get him into some kind of trouble with the referee. And typically, Mr. Ramiro tends to oblige with those things. So for Argentina to be successful today, I strongly believe that Ramiro has to keep his head. So that's why I'm going to include him. And then, of course, how can Argentina have a key to victory and not include number 10, the captain, Lionel Messi? Lionel Messi, as I said before, did have to miss the third game in the group, but as you can see from his rating so far in this tournament, he has had an 8.5 and an 8.1 performance. So, giving you 8 out of 10 so far in this Copa America, definitely doing his thing. I think when it comes to Lionel Messi, you might not see the amazing runs that you once saw, but he still has an incredible ability to find space on a football pitch. And when he does find that space, he can punish you, whether it's with a through pass, a key pass, a shot on goal that leads to a goal either from him or a rebound, something like that, causing a goal. So Lionel Messi, he definitely picks his spots a bit more in the 2024 version of him, but believe me, he makes the most of those spots that he picks. And I think that we can get ready to see something similar tonight. He's a player that for sure, especially in this recent run for Argentina, when we're talking about the last Copa America, the last World Cup, somebody that you can definitely count on in these knockout fixtures. So those are the players for me on both sides. Again, just to recap for Ecuador, I say Pacho, Incape, and Caicedo have to come up big. For Argentina, Christian Romero, Rodrigo De Paul, and Lionel Messi. All right, people. So that is what I will say about that. Yes, he has been called Messi's bodyguard at times. Yes, he has. He has. He has. That is very true. That is very, very true. All right, people, just sending around the live some more. People might not know that we are here. Yes, people, and I want to thank all the people that tuned in earlier today. Had a very good show. Got some content out about the Reggae Boys and what's been going on with the recent resignation of our head coach. And yeah, we just talk through some things, trying to figure out how we have gotten here. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But we're gonna have a good show tonight, people. Definitely. We're gonna watch the football game, analyze it, have some fun. It is 4th of July. It is 4th of July in the US today. So we had a nice feast, and now it's time to watch some football. I was in withdrawals yesterday with no football, no Copa, no Euro games. I was wondering what was going on. It was like a bad dream or something, you know. But tonight we're back to the reality of football again, and we're so thankful that we get to watch another game, Argentina and Ecuador. Showing the crowd now, seeing a lot more blue than yellow. The game is in Houston tonight, so we know that both these teams typically travel well. So we'll see as we get more shots of the stadium if it's a bit more even in the stadium. But for right now, it looks like more Albi Celeste fans than Ecuador fans, you know? Listen, I forget the keeper. Yeah, well, I didn't put the keeper in my three, mainly because I don't think he'll be, used that much tonight. I don't think Ecuador will have many chances. Yes, he's important because he probably will have to come up big on one or two occasions, but I think for the most part, the game will be played away from his area, you know? Man save Messi legacy. But you said the Kolo Muani save at the end of the game. I know it's hard for French fans to look at that still. Well, so we're going to see some fireworks tonight. I would love to see that. Yes, yesterday was rough with no games. Well, I mean, I tell you, Jay, it was like, man, this is what life is like in the summer with no football. Horrible, man. Horrible. Showing Messi go to his paces now before the game. So we're about 12 minutes away, people. 12 minutes away. Just a good point. You're right. They won't. Yeah, I don't think they'll really have that many chances. That's the only reason I didn't include him in a key player role. Yeah, I think I tried to make sense of why I picked the players I played. Of course, it was a little bit more tilted to the defense for Ecuador because I think for them to get a result in this game, that unit will have to show up really big tonight. Yeah, but I think look like a lot of these games in the Copa America, it's gonna come down to how the referee interprets the action. I can see this one just being a foul fest because Ecuador is the type of team that are not afraid to defend set pieces. They trust themselves to do so. So they would rather just chop you down and get into their shape and defend. And if the referee is card happy early, that could have an effect on their style and what they want to do. Now, if he's like most of these Copa America refs and kind of lets the niggling fouls go and you have to be almost dead to get a yellow card, then that would suit Ecuador. And as I said, people, with the game going straight to penalties after 90 minutes with no extra time, I think that's going to make it even harder. Or well, so maybe the underdog in a situation like this would not be so defensive for the entire game. But I feel like once it's even close to the end of this game, Ecuador will do everything in their power to try to get it to penalties. Maybe if there's extra time after it, they don't have the same mindset. But we'll see how that plays out, people. We'll see how that plays. I don't really see that happening. And as I said, when we get to 10 minutes out, we're gonna start to try to drop some predictions. So yeah, man, it's not what I would call a packed house right now, but that's okay. Everyone in the building, just let me know how you guys see this game ending. Give me a score prediction on this one. Give me a score prediction on this one. And while you're doing that, people, just make sure that you're smashing that like button for me. That is all we really ask. Of course, I don't really ask for these things, but if you are so inclined, you can use the super chat feature. Drop your predictions in the form of a super chat even. That would be nice. But if not, just go ahead and drop a comment and let us know what you guys think will be the outcome for this particular fixture. Argentina versus Ecuador from the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Coming to you live in about 10 minutes or so. So, of course, we'll have the play-by-play on the screen for you people. So don't worry about that. We can follow the action that way. I will be providing commentary as well. Most of the commentators are no good anyway. So why not listen to somebody that is way better, like myself, right? Turn up the volume on this, turn down the TV volume, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Bless up yourself, Father Warren. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, man. Thanks for the support. And thanks for being here in the building. We're going to watch Messi and Co. As you say, Messi and Co. will have their hands full. All right, Warren. So you think their hands will be full? So drop your score predictions, people. Drop your score predictions. I personally think that this one will be a tight affair. I do think Ecuador will keep the game close. They have the capable defenders to, at least make it difficult for the Argentinians to take the lead. But I do think in the end, Argentina will win this one. I can see them actually winning this one. I'm going to say Argentina wins this one 2-0. That will be my prediction. 2-0 to Argentina today. I think it's 1-0 for a pretty long stretch, and then Argentina in the end, with Ecuador trying to get the equalizer, find a second somewhere in the second half. So 2-0 to Argentina is what I will go with, people. I don't think that Martinez and the defense gets breached today. So 2-0. Umzo have sense today. Umzo went with 2-0 as well. Umzo went with 2-0 as well. Julie is telling me that she is going for 2-1 to, obviously, Argentina. Yes, we know you love Messi, Julie. All right, Warren Webster said 3-1 Argentina. All right, you see a 2-goal deficit as well. Yeah, I'm saying 2-0 to Argentina. That's what I'm going with. The teams are now in the tunnel about to forward onto the field. Ecuador players high-fiving Messi. And they look ready to go. They look ready to go, people. Argentina fans out in force. All you're seeing is the traditional Argentina home kit in the crowd. And they're getting excited for this one. Umzo, you did predict wait, did you say you said Colombia? Yeah, you said it was gonna draw 1-1. Boy, man, I tell you, you're on fire, Umzo. I forgot sign you if you get this one right again. Who you need? Go get it. Warren Webster said Valencia will score. Well, he's due. He's due one. He hasn't scored yet this tournament. Only played 2 games. Man, get a 3.8 star, Jano. All right, people. The teams are walking out. I guess I'm the only one who would be happy with Argentina losing 1-0. Well, I know it's kind of sacrilegious for a fan of the Three Lions to go for Argentina. So I understand, Jay. I understand. Jay. Teams walking out onto the pitch. Messi taking in the crowd. Looks to be a big crowd. I think the NRG Stadium is about 70,000 or so. All right, let's get the play-by-play on the screen now, people. Because we're almost there. Let's make sure this is good. All right, cool. Yeah, man, people. So this is the layout for the night. I will have the score updating right there on the screen as well. And as I said, I'll be doing the commentary. Of course, it won't be as rigid as, if you're watching a TV program or something like that. Of course, we'll have our jokes and our analysis as well. We're doing the commentary and the color all in one, Yeah, man. Warren sending 4th of July greetings to all the Americans. Yes. Bless up, Fresh. What go on? I hope everything all right over your side. I know, I think most people, we know there, for the most part, them get them light back and thing today. So have a few people don't get it back yet. Back after the hurricane, but still without light and internet. Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth got hit the hardest. Damn. Yeah, I know I have some family in Sainty, so I know there, so I get tear out. Clarendon, I heard some things as well. Manchester, yes, I have some family in Mandeville. A lot of trees down by the house, drop on the house and things, drop on some power line, and yeah, so I'm without power right now. Yeah, man, go on old firm in the Gideon. Well, as long as you guys having a health, that's a part of the battle, but we don't know certain possessions necessary as well, so we know how that go. Go and pray for no. Live in Clarendon, by the way. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figure it was one of those three where you live. I was gonna say Manchester still, but Clarendon. All right, cool, fresh. Channel Star. Hoping I can get back on the light and internet, in a decent enough time. Yeah, that's the sad part, Warren. Is literally just the start of the season. So a lot more systems to dodge for the rest of the hurricane season. Mm-hmm. Bless up Michael Woodburn. Respect. You don't know the thing go already, man. We're outside and I watch some ball game like what we always do. Lot of big trees fall in my yard, but miss my house. I'm grateful. Yo, fresh, believe me, because I see a picture of my auntie sent me a while ago, and it's like every tree fall upon her house. Like every single one. So yeah, man, that is a blessing that they miss the yard. Yeah, people. So we're 2 minutes out from kickoff. Michael Woodburn said Argentina to win. All right, Michael. I think we only had one prediction going with Ecuador tonight, and I think that was coming from a place of hatred, basically. I don't think the England fan can go for Argentina. It's sacrilegious. Yeah, man. But make sure not smash that like button, people. You don't know. Anybody tuning in, you already know the thing go already. We're going to go through the game. We're going to have a good time doing so. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to have some debates. We're going to disagree. We're going to agree. Yeah, man. That's what football is all about, people. Yep, so this is the one game today. But tomorrow we're back into the main swing of things where we get multiple games. So just to preview tomorrow's action, of course, we have 2 quarterfinals in the Euro tomorrow. We have Spain and Germany, and then we have Portugal and France. So talk about 2 marquee matchups, man. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, and then in the Copa America, Venezuela and Canada will be the game at night. So of course, that's the time when I can give you guys some live content. So more than likely, look out for the stream tomorrow night, Venezuela versus Canada. Lord willing, and everything can, go the way it's supposed to. We will be back tomorrow. But yeah, I wish I could live stream the games in the day. My gosh, Spain, Germany, and Portugal, France. Wow. What a set of games. What a set of games, people. Before the night is out, since we won't be doing the live content for that, we will, talk about those games maybe at the end of this one, just to give our predictions and everything, because those games are going to be really good, people. Really, really good. And then, of course, look out for the content at night, where we'll give you the second quarterfinal, where we have a CONCACAF friend of ours, Canada, taking on Venezuela, who topped Jamaica's group with 3 wins. Yeah, man, tomorrow is going to be crazy. They say it was hit. Yeah, man, I figured as much, Jay. Spain, Germany is 2 of the best teams. That is absolutely true. They have been 2 of the better looking teams for sure in terms of how they're playing. So they have Ecuador's system as a 4-1-4-1 with Gruezo deep. We'll see if that's how it looks when they line up on the pitch. Referees just making sure that all their equipment is functioning properly. There's Felix Sanchez, Ecuador coach, formerly Qatar's manager as well. Referee looks to be ready. The referee is from Uruguay tonight, actually. So we'll see how he does. There have been some questionable refereeing in this tournament, to say the least. Hopefully, the ref is not a storyline in this one. Looks like the little remote cars are not working tonight. There's a young man bringing the ball out this evening. Yes, people, so here we go. Kickoff of the first quarterfinal of the Copa America 2024. NRG Stadium in Houston. Argentina versus Ecuador. Argentina will be in the traditional blue and white. Ecuador in their chain strips of dark blue. And here we go, people. Martinez will kick off. And the play has started. McAllister goes to DePaul, back to Romero. Now Martinez. Martinez to Romero again. You know, this is typical of Argentina. They will just be very patient until they like the picture they see in front of them. No rush getting the ball forward as far as they are concerned. They definitely have a certain picture that they wait to see before they break that initial line. They will take their time and move around the players until they like that picture, and they pounce on that with a direct ball on the ground into a player that can turn in space. But until then, they will take their time, as they're doing now. DePaul under pressure on the wing, he's clipped, and it's a foul on Sarmiento. Sarmiento thought he could win that one. DePaul gets fouled. It'll be a free kick to Argentina in their own half. Ecuador, as it looks so far, just getting into a nice shape, looking like a 4-2-3-1 of sorts. And Valencia, of course, the striker. Finally, they break the line to Messi. He goes back to McAllister. DePaul goes wide now to Talafico. He goes even wider now. This looks to be Nico Gonzalez. He gives it away, though. Ecuador gives it right back. Good 1-2 on the wing here. Martinez, that was a bit behind him. He couldn't quite get it under his spell. Good pressing from Argentina, though, and it will be a throw to Ecuador. Deep in their own half on the right side, Preciado will take it. That was Enzo Fernandez putting on the pressure there. Here's Preciado now. He will throw. He goes long down the line, and that's going to be chased down by Valencia and Martinez. Martinez wins it. Goes to Romero, back to Martinez. Martinez lets the team set now. Goes back to Romero. Romero directing traffic, looking. Goes back to Martinez. Romero smartly backs up, creates more space now. He's in a lot more space. Moving the ball forward slowly. Not really being pressed. He goes wide now. That's Molina. Molina to DePaul. DePaul gets the 1-2. Now it's flicked through to Martinez. Preciado on the cover. Good clear. Sarmiento tries to keep it in play, but it's a throw into Argentina. Nahuel Molina will take this one. Molina throws to Messi. Messi to Molina. Molina to McAllister. McAllister being pressed. Taken away by Ecuador. They play long. Romero heads it down to Martinez. Bit dangerously, but Martinez deals with it back to Dibu Martinez. Now Romero. Again, Ecuador quite happy to let the center backs from Argentina possess. Just trying to make sure that they block lines as best as they can. Valencia what I call token pressure. They're just shifting, not really going to win the ball. Romero taking his time. Plays to Martinez now. Interesting, of the three midfielders that were chosen today, Gruezo, Franco, and Caicedo. Caicedo looks to be the one playing furthest forward, almost operating in like a number 10 space when they're defending the build out here. Messi drops deep, connects with McAllister. McAllister wider now to Tagliafico. Tagliafico plays it to, I think that was Nico Gonzalez. Now it's in the middle to DePaul. DePaul looks wide and plays it wide to Molina. Molina drops it back to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez back to Molina. Molina plays it central now to McAllister. McAllister switches the play to Tagliafico, takes his eye off it, and it goes out for a throw to Ecuador. So a bit of a cagey start here in this one. Ecuador will be happy with that. Argentina not really yet to get into any kind of flow or rhythm. Everything's a bit slow right now. Tagliafico cuts that out, but can only cut it out for a throw after the throw-in. So it'll be a throw-in in Argentina's half now. Preciado will take it. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, people. It's imperative, very important. And that one will go through to Martinez, who picks it up easily. Martinez goes long. Argentina win the second ball, but lose it again. Here's Hincapié now. Hincapié to Sarmiento. Sarmiento pressured. Does a good job to win a throw-in for Ecuador. Sarmiento has been lively this Copa. Definitely looks a threat, a player that Ecuador look to create some havoc against the other team. And Valencia is in behind the defense here. He's being chased. Good covering by the Argentines, though. They all got back, about three of them in the end. And in the end, it was poked off his foot. That actually was Caicedo who that bounced through to. Makes sense because he didn't look so comfortable running in on goal. I'm sure if that was Valencia, someone of his goal-scoring caliber might have done better with that breakaway. Caicedo was always looking for help. In the end, it came to nothing. Here's Argentina building out now. Romero exchange passes with Martinez. Martinez now into the midfield to McAllister. McAllister ends up Fernandez this time, takes his eye off of it, and that goes out for a throw as well. And this one was just from a simple throw-in. It was flicked over the top, then flicked by Ener Valencia to Caicedo. And again, Caicedo just never looked really like he wanted to run away from those players chasing him. Always looking to find a pass. This is well done from Argentina. Now it finds its way to Gonzalez. Gonzalez through the legs of Preciado, but he recovers well. Paez drops it back now. This is Gruezo. Gruezo goes long. Looked like it went out of play, but Argentina still have it now. Here's McAllister. He goes to Tagliafico. Tagliafico back to Lisandro. Licha goes to Romero now. Romero goes with a diagonal ball over to Gonzalez. He takes it on the chest. Can't control it though. Preciado clears, but it's blocked. And then Torres cleans up further upfield now. First bounce and Martinez wins it. Clears it up. And that finally is controlled. Controlled header back from Torres to Dominguez. And Ecuador now will try to build. It looks like it was an offside actually. Looks like Lautaro came from an offside position to win that first header. Free kick to Ecuador. Here's Pacho. Hincapié to Franco. Franco back to Pacho now. Pacho goes long. Good ball. Sarmiento plays it inside now to Ener Valencia. Back to goal, being pressured. Holds on to it. Does well to keep possession. Now he plays it to Caicedo. Caicedo tackled, but Ener wins the second ball. Bounce off of him. Now Argentina back in possession. it looks like the ref has called it back for a foul. Maybe on Moises Caicedo when he was being challenged. Looks to be in some pain as well. Looks like the challenge was from Alexis McAllister. And then getting crunched by Alessandro Martinez as well. You know, Martinez never saw a tackle he didn't like. Yeah, it's something that I saw a bit at the World Cup as well when they went with a 3 in midfield. Caicedo some of the times was the furthest forward. Yeah, they asked him to do a bit more for his national team in terms of creativity and playing the ball. Juliana, why are you over there messing with the water? Cha. This is a foul in midfield now. And the ref has started the conversation now with the players. So I can assure you the next few fouls, you'll see him surrounded. McAllister this time now. Maybe some retribution for his tackle just now on Caicedo. Rodrigo De Paul is over this one. Martinez to De Paul now. De Paul tried to go long, but it was blocked. Ecuador win the second ball. Caicedo tries to play it to Franco, but it's cut out. And good pressing from Sarmiento. Almost won it, but now Ecuador have it. Here's Nkape going forward. Plays a good ball down the line to Valencia. Here comes Martinez to block. Good tackle from Martinez. Second ball. That looks like it's going to be a corner off the bounce off of Martinez. So good pressure there from Ecuador. Just the press from Sarmiento surprised, I think it was Molina over there on that right back side, and that all turned into a good ball down the left to Valencia, and good following up as well from the Ecuadorians because the cross was blocked, but they were first to the second ball. Good cross from Caicedo. It's cut out. Here's Sarmiento. Thought about a shot. Decides against it. Finds Paez now. Paez plays a good ball through the channel. Oh, and that could have been something. What a play here. Oh, and that's going to be... No, he said he dove. Oh, and now they said it's another dive. No, that one he calls this time. So he didn't call the first one on Valencia. Said he was looking for it. And then an Argentinian player goes down over by the side touchline, and he calls that one. Good no call by the ref there. Caicedo definitely trying to sell that free kick. But in the end, it's a free kick to Argentina, and they play it back to the goalkeeper, Martinez. Here's Romero now. He goes wide to Molina. Molina goes central to McAllister, but it was loose. That one's going to be won by Ecuador now. Here's Pacho on the ball. He goes back all the way to Dominguez. Dominguez has Torres there and uses him. Torres finds Gruezo. Gruezo looking forward now. He plays a long diagonal ball, searching out Sarmiento. He does have it under control. Molina wins the tackle. But the second ball falls to Nkape, who finds Moises Caicedo. Caicedo with a good reverse ball to the left. Can Sarmiento keep it in, though? He does, but all he can do is keep it in for Molina to clear. Molina finds De Paul. De Paul goes back to Romero. Romero back to the goalkeeper, Martinez now. It's just water. If you are, just get an old one. Like an old towel. Argentina gives it away again. Pacho cuts that one out. Nkape, one time to Caicedo. Caicedo to Sarmiento. Sarmiento inside to Ener Valencia. Good first touch. Second touch was a good tackle by Christian Romero, and now Argentina can come on the counter. Here's Tagliafico, beats one. Sends it wide now to Nico Dominguez. Dominguez back to Tagliafico, but it was tough to control. Torres cuts it out now. Torres goes to Preciado. Preciado closed down quickly. And that's going to be a throw-in to Ecuador. So 14th minute of play, people. This one yet to really get off a simmer. Hasn't really turned up yet, the temperature in this game, but last 5 minutes or so, Ecuador growing in confidence a bit. Getting a little more high intensity in their pressure. Here's Hincapié now on the ball. He goes back to Pacho. Pacho goes to his goalkeeper, Dominguez. Dominguez now finds his midfielder, Alan Franco. Franco looking, plays it to Torres. Torres wider now to Gruezo. Gruezo goes back to Torres. Torres back to Dominguez. Dominguez has Pacho in the box. Decides to go long now down the left to Sarmiento. Sarmiento tries to challenge Romero. Romero wins it, but Caicedo wins the second ball. Now to Sarmiento, back to Caicedo. He wins it down the line. Here's Caicedo now, thinking of a left foot cross. He finds Sarmiento. Good cut back on Sarmiento. Oh, and that's good goalkeeping from Dibu. And here's Caicedo inside. And that's a shot. I think that was Alan. No, it was Kendry Paez on his unfavored right foot. But he tried it anyway. It was a bit over. Good play there from Ecuador. It was Sarmiento. Lost the first duel, but Caicedo alert, wins the second one. Caicedo put it in with his left foot, found Sarmiento, a good move, gets it onto his left, couldn't really sort his feet out. In the end, Dibu did well to cut the angle, and the toe poke from Sarmiento didn't quite get past him. Then Caicedo did well to play the one-time pass to Paez at the top of the box. Paez decided against taking a touch, went with his right foot, but couldn't keep it down from the top of the box. But good signs from Ecuador there down the left-hand side. The last few opportunities has just been Ecuador, fighting hard to win that second ball and making the most of winning it. So when you're the team that might not have the same amount of quality, those are the things that you have to do better than the other team. You have to win those second ball knockdowns, and you have to make use of them quickly. Ecuador doing a good job of doing that so far. I don't know if it's been a concerted effort, but most of their attacks so far have come down that side behind Molina and Romero. We'll see if that's something that continues. Here's Torres now. Torres looking in behind. That's a good ball to Valencia. Valencia controls. He's in the box. Cuts it back. Good. Ooh, that was a good attempt, Yeah, that was Preciado pushing up from right back. Good filling of space. Valencia, his run had dragged him a bit outside the frame of the 18. And in doing so, Preciado made the run on the inside. He had a good cut back to him, and the ball was just slightly behind Preciado. Couldn't control the finish. Yeah, Demo said Caicedo as a 10 is mad. But he's the one causing a lot of the issues right there in that role. And here's over the top to Lautaro now. Lautaro in behind. Good tackle from Preciado. And Hincapié runs out with it. In the end, it's offside by Lautaro Martinez. So Argentina know that they're in a game now. We're in the 17th minute. And so far, Argentina yet to really register a shot. I think Ecuador have a few at this point. So, good start as far as Ecuador is concerned. Haven't really allowed Argentina to find their rhythm yet. Doing a good job of being patient, I think, in the press, because Argentina really wants you to lose your discipline and your shape so they can play through your lines. As I said, they'll be patient, but if they don't see the openings, they may start to force, and that's when you can turn them over. Here's Gruezo now. Gruezo plays Preciado. Preciado tries to find back Gruezo, but there was not enough pace on that one, and then a loose pass again from Enzo Fernandez. He's upset with himself. Here's Ecuador again. Good one-time pass there. And a 1-2 played back to Caicedo. Here's Caicedo. Brilliant ball down the flank to Hincapié. Hincapié controls, looks up, sends in a cross. It's decent area, but two Argentinians converge, and they manage to get it out for a corner kick. So again, that space down that right side of the Argentinian defense is being exploited by Ecuador. Good play again in midfield by Moises Caicedo, exchanging the 1-2 with Paez before releasing Hincapié down that left side. It will be a corner again to Ecuador. Paez and Caicedo over it. Looks like they play short. Here's Kendry Paez. He finds Caicedo now. Will he whip it in? He will. It's too low though and cut out. Falls to Sarmiento at the top of the box. He loses it. Now here comes Argentina on the breakaway. But he's fouled from behind on the counter. Incape, referee, making a gesture that there was a lot of coverage there, so no need to give the yellow. They are incensed that there's no yellow. Rodrigo De Paul is having none of it. Ooh, that was good play from Molina. Incape thought he had it to win. Soon as he went to stretch for it, Molina slid it between his legs and was upended. Yeah, he's I think what you get with him there is, he's such a good presser that it may just, put that little bit of doubt in the players on the ball, in that area of the pitch. And he's also proving to be somebody that is a good forward passer of the ball. I mean, he's had 3 or 4 already that he's put into space in this first half, and it's only 20 minutes in. So he's doing his job. Jason Robinson growing in belief after the first 20 minutes we've seen today. I did say it would be a tight one. I think in the end, Argentina will just have a bit too much quality for them, but they're doing very well so far, Ecuador. We have to give them credit. Ecuador have some serious recovery speeds. Yeah, I think I would say they are probably one of the hardest teams to face in CONMEBOL in terms of fitness level. I agree. I remember that game that Netherlands played against them in the World Cup, and they ran us ragged on that day. What kind of field this them playing on, man? Just saw the ball bounce up from nothing. Yeah, I think because they bring this pitch in and they put it in, I think it's done in like squares. I don't think that from square to square it's the most even. I think that's what causes the bubbles. Because the individual squares, they're nice, grass and everything. But I think when the ball travels over like one square to the other, that's what causes the little bounce. They've been complaining this whole tournament about the fields. So I'm hoping they if it's one thing USA not short of his money. So hopefully them can, by the time World Cup forward back, them sort out the grass and, all the things that have been causing issues, they'll sort that out. Here's Messi now. Messi, right-footed ball that goes to the far post. Ooh, and that was found by Nico. Nico got it blocked though. Here's Enzo. Enzo trying to cross. Good tackle from Preciado. This clears all the way out to McAllister. McAllister looked like he was trying to find a pass. Couldn't find it, and that's going to be a foul. And that is Christian Romero and Ener Valencia, king of the wind-up. Since it was Romero, I'm not going to say that he's faking. When I see this replay, I can assure you he probably stepped on his ankle or something. Because that is Romero's style. Ooh. Romero really thought he could win that ball there, and I think Valencia was just baiting him into that challenge the whole time. Messi with a dangerous ball across the box. Dominguez got there. Good one-time cross attempt. Martinez waiting on the doorstep to pounce. Lautaro, that is. And it was cut out by Preciado, who has started out well in this first half. Very active down this right side. Yeah, should have been a yellow. Your baller from Spurs, I agree. That could have easily been a yellow card. This is a test run for the World Cup. They will work things out. Yeah, I believe so, Ted Exter. All those little things that them, dealing with, all the issues, they will sort it out, man. And as I said, they have the money to throw at the problems. So even if they cost a lot to fix, they will do it. Ecuador trying to play down that same channel again. Romero helps out that time. Molina tried to find a pass, but it's cut out. Here's Valencia being told to get up by the referee. Argentina now on the attack. Good step up by Pacho, but that clearance all the way to Dibu Martinez, who rolls it out to Lisandro Martinez now. Lisandro goes wider to Tagliafico. Tagliafico looking upfield. As I said before, Ecuador is doing a good job of falling into this shape. Kind of basically playing like a mid-press. I wouldn't say they're dropping into a low block or anything, but they are letting the back line of Argentina kind of possess the ball. They're okay with that. Here's Messi trying to get on the ball now. Did find a pass, but it was poor from Enzo. Here's Caicedo now in that number 10 role, controlling the proceedings, being pressed now, plays out of it nicely. Here's Franco. Franco plays wide to Nkape. Nkape finds Franco again. Franco now looking. He decides to go back to Pacho in defense. Pacho looks like he's going to go back to Dominguez, and he does. Dominguez goes to Torres. Torres back to Dominguez. Dominguez chips it back over to Torres now in space. Looking. Was going to go long. Decided against it. Goes short to Kendry. Kendry drops on the ball to get on it. Switches the play now beautifully to Nkape. Nkape being closed down by Molina. Tried to play it down the line to Sarmiento, but it was blocked. And it's a throw into Ecuador now. Scaloni on the bench. He knows he's in a game. Paez finds Torres. Torres plays it wide. Ooh. Preciado was almost in there. Nico Dominguez went to clear that one. Missed it. But I think I keep calling this man Dominguez. Nico Gonzalez went to clear that one. Missed it, and Preciado just couldn't read the fact that he was going to miss it, and it went off for a throw. Here's Argentina in possession. Dibu Martinez to Lisandro. Lisandro in his own box. Goes back to Dibu. Ecuador quite okay with conceding possession here in this part of the pitch. Now Caicedo goes to close. This one's played through the lines to Enzo Fernandez, who plays a loose pass out to the right-hand side, but it's cleared out by Nkape. Enzo Fernandez has started out quite poorly, actually. Most international goals all time, Ronaldo 130, Messi 108, and Ali Daei of Iran 108 as well. So Messi 22 behind Cristiano in the international goals tally. Here's Enzo Fernandez now. Plays it inside to McAllister. McAllister switches the play. This is Romero. Romero goes short to Messi. Messi flicks it around the corner. Here's McAllister now through the middle. Good tackle from Pacho. This falls to DePaul. DePaul goes wide to Molina. Molina to Messi. Good closing down from Caicedo. Back to Argentina now though. Here's Messi. He plays short to Enzo. Enzo now wider to Nico. Nico Gonzalez tries to beat his man. Gets by Preciado to the middle. Drops it back now to DePaul. DePaul being closed down. He goes short to Romero. Romero now goes wider to Molina. Molina plays it to DePaul. DePaul one time to Romero. Romero all the way back now to Lisandro. Good possession here from Argentina. Let's see if they can fashion a goal scoring opportunity out of this. Here's DePaul. Good run made down the line. He declines it. Bad pass into the middle there. Cut out by Paez. Paez with another poor pass. This one's cut out by McAllister. McAllister plays it wide now. Here's Molina. Molina whips it in. That's a good header from Enzo Fernandez, and that's just wide. Enzo Fernandez looked to have that one lined up in the air, and that didn't go far from the far post. I don't think Dominguez gets to it either, people. Had good power on the header. McAllister waited till the last moment. Good cross. And that was about maybe 3-4 feet wide of the far post. Good shape on the header as well. Curling back into that far post, but just started it too far outside the post for it to curl back enough. But a good attempt and a good spell of possession from Argentina there. Now that the ref has let these teams play, next bad tackle will be a card. But that's the thing, Warren Webster. Most of these refs so far, it's like you would think the next one would be it, right? But he's probably going to let like 2-3 more before. And then the game at that point get mad, you know? That's where I think they haven't done a good job. But it's a fine line, because if you give a yellow too early in a rough game, then you run the risk of ending the game with both teams having 8 man. So, you know, you have to find that middle ground. Rodrigo De Paul is not the captain, but is constantly speaking to the referee. I guess Messi allowing bodyguard to speak. in Valencia. Oof. Christian Romero with a dirty play there, elbow into the back. Yeah, he's one of the dirtiest players out there right now, for sure. And Enzo has been poor in his first half so far, but all of that would have been forgotten if he could have gotten that header on target. Here's Martinez. Taliafico now. Back to Martinez. Martinez. McAllister being pressed. Turns out of trouble and he's fouled by Caicedo. McAllister wanted a card, none given. Oh, and Ener Valencia this time can't escape it. Thought he could win that ball from McAllister on the short pass, but couldn't quite get there in time. And Martinez doesn't want him even touching McAllister at this point. Just wants to get him away. Really not much more the ref could do about that one. He was late. Only thing that saved him from worse was that he never really left the ground, but not the best, not the smartest of tackles there. In that case, the next bad tackle was a card because I don't think Caicedo's before that was bad enough. So good call there, Warren. A friend of mine have a parlay going right now, and all him need now is for Argentina to win. He must say the man them a pressure him look winning so far, brother. Ecuador. Yeah, man, Warren, it's true. So said, so done. Yeah, man. Because as I said, there was a foul before that, but it was a soft foul by Caicedo, but that one was a bit more forceful. So it was definitely warranted a yellow. And based on the temperature of the game, he kind of had no choice but to give one there. Sarmiento does well to play out of pressure. McAllister wins the second ball, resets it back to Romero. A little more pressure here from Ecuador, but Argentina deal with it well. Now here's the Paul. The Paul plays it to Messi. Messi has Molina running past him. He gives it to him. Molina tries to beat him, but Hincapié did well to be a throw into Argentina. That's thrown back to the Paul. The Paul finds McAllister. Back to the Paul now. The Paul looking, breaks the line. Here's Lautaro. Lautaro holds on to it. Molina back to the Paul to McAllister. McAllister to Lautaro. Lautaro now to Licha. Licha Martinez goes wide to Taliafico. Taliafico tries to break the lines, but that's going to be too much on that one to Nico Gonzalez. And it's a throw, or a goal kick, to Ecuador. 32nd minute of play, people. Still 0-0. Tight game so far. Argentina, apart from that one header by Enzo Fernandez, really haven't threatened Ecuador's goal. Ecuador might not have threatened Argentina's goal, but I will say that they looked a bit more potent so far in their entries into the final third, especially down that right-hand side of the defense for Argentina and their left side. That's a good ball out to Hincapié. He controls well, beats one, plays it now to Ener Valencia, but he's beaten to it by Licha Martinez. Second ball won by Argentina. Now it's up in the air. Good first touch from Pacho. Pacho goes down the line. It's flicked further forward, but no Ecuador players there. And Romero can relax and reset. And he does so to Lisandro Martinez now. Martinez looking. He plays beside him to Taliafico. Taliafico switches the play now to Romero. Romero in acres of space just before his half line. Plays it to Messi. Messi drops it right back to Romero. They switch the point of attack again. Here's Martinez. Looks long, but decides not to go long. Just stays short to Romero. Romero. Back to Martinez again. Martinez looking for a pass. Can't break the line. He just goes to Taliafico. Taliafico goes down the line to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Taliafico. Tagliafico now was in between Martinez and Martinez, but the goalkeeper came and dealt with it, and now it's wide with DePaul. DePaul goes back to Romero. Ecuador getting a bit more adventurous in the press right now, and that is a reason for danger. Here's Enzo Fernandez. He's in. Beats one. He's in the box now. He takes a shot, and it's blocked by Pacho. Good block from Pacho. It looks like he could have maybe tried to find the player streaking down the left, but Ecuador did a good job of blocking that pass. And once he beat the guy on the ground and was in the box, Preciado lost his footing actually. He gets by him, and a good job standing up tall by Pacho. Looks to have hit him on the chest and went out for a corner kick. So that was the best break by Argentina today, and it coincided with Ecuador getting a little more bold in their pressure. Good 1-2 and one over the top by Argentina beat that press, and Enzo Fernandez just didn't have the speed to get all the way away from them. But danger signs there. If they can entice Ecuador to press a little more up the pitch, they could get some joy. Here's the corner now from Messi. Messi, it's flicked on at the front post and the back post, a free header, and it's Enzo Fernandez. It's actually Licho Martinez. So Lisandro Martinez, after the flick at the near post, was wide open at the back post, and that was a well-worked set piece there. Messi went for the near post corner. It was flicked on well by the Argentines, and Martinez timed his run to the far post to perfection. He was unmarked and headed it into the goal. And even though it didn't hit the back of the net, Dominguez's touch was well behind the goal line by the time he got his hand to it. And that's going to be 1-0 to Argentina. The flick on from McAllister and the finishing touch put on by Lisandro Martinez. So I wonder, both of those guys are basically 5 foot, and those are the two guys that got their head on the ball. Ecuador will not be liking that with a bunch of 6-footers in their team. But again, that's why timing of the run is way more important than your height. They had their plan. They knew it was coming to the near post. They overloaded those runs to the near post, and Martinez was the assigned player to stay back and be there for that far post flick. And he was there at the right time to make it 1-0 to Argentina. That is his first goal in his 21st cap. Yeah, man, frustration. Was a great block, and it was a good goal as well. As I said before, great. You can tell they worked on that one. You can tell they really worked on that one, They really worked on that one. So, Lisandro Martinez, first goal for the Argentina national team in his 21st appearance. So, congrats to him. Mach 10 again, says Demo. A Liverpool player got the flick on, so we're going to disregard the corner, disregard the finish. We're just going to say Mach 10 again with the flick on. 5th goal? No, man. He's not scored 5 goals for Argentina yet. No, sir. Yeah, man. 20 appearances, no goals before tonight. Yeah, so Martinez and Romero were actually rested for their last group stage game. So, yeah, they're well rested for tonight's matchup against Ecuador. That's something to factor in as well, people. Ecuador really has stayed with, I'd say, barring a red card, they pretty much have played the same players. As I said before, Gruezo really the only one that hasn't been starting that started tonight. So does that become a factor in this game? Just the ability of Argentina with their squad depth to not play the same 11 all 3 games at the group stage and make a heavy rotation in the 3rd game. Will that prove key to them making a run all the way to the end of this tournament? We shall see. Who's 6th goal, Warren? Alessandro Martinez scoring. Him never scored before. It's not McAllister's score. Bless up Owen. Wagwan. Yeah, man, make them know for like up the live, man. And don't be a creep. What corner, what goal scorer? Mac 10 dishing assist for fun now. Yeah, Demo. Baller go on with some things, man. Another unsung hero, I think, in this national team, to be honest. Yeah, that's his second assist for the tournament. I know he got one in the first game. I don't think he got any in the other two. So 1-0 to Argentina, people. Let me update my name. Give them goal. Yep, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Oh, 6th goal of the tournament. Okay, overstand, no worry. Yeah, they had 5 in the first round. I think it was 2-2-1, something like that. Yeah, 2-1-2, actually. Yeah, when some people still are do without them light right now on internet and them thing there, but for the most part, them have them health, so we give thanks for that same way. That goal seems to have knocked a bit of the wind out of Ecuador. That they're not being able to impose themselves in this game as much as they were for that stretch of time in the middle of this first half, I would say. They need to kind of get back into their rhythm of things. Here's a throw in now. Tries to turn on McAllister but can't. And that's going to be off of Enzo Fernandez. Throw into Ecuador. Preciado decides to throw it back to Felix Torres. He goes central now to Pacho. Pacho goes to Franco. Franco back to Pacho now. Pacho in his own half with time. Dribbles it towards the right side. Goes short to Paez. Paez plays a loose pass back. Pacho under pressure, but turns out of the pressure well. Still being pressed and well won here. That's well played there by the Argentine. I'm not sure who that was. This is going to flick over to Enzo. Enzo on his left foot. Can't calibrate it to the far post. He drags it wide. But that was great pressing there. I'm not sure who the player was. I think it might have been Nico Gonzalez. Yes, it was Nico Gonzalez. Did a good job to win that ball. Played it short. It was trying to play a pass to Enzo. It still ended up to him after a ricochet, but the volley just wouldn't sit for him enough. And in the end, he drags it well wide. Lautaro Martinez, forever the Predator, almost got a sliding touch on that one towards the goal, but it evaded him and went out for a goal kick. It's going to be a foul to Ecuador here in their own half. 1-0 Argentina, 42nd minute of action. Bless up, Fana. What go on, my bro? Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. 1-0 Argentina, you know? Here's Pacho now. Pacho to Torres. Smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. Good composure here from Ecuador, being pressed by Argentina. They're attempting to play out. Can't really get out of this corner, though. Argentina eventually win it and win a throw. Rodrigo De Paul is just in a constant conversation with the referee. Jeez, Molina throws it to Martinez. He drops it back to Molina. That's cleared up in the air. First ball. No one wins it, drops. Second ball, Argentina. Well played here. Finds Martinez or Enzo. Enzo to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Taliafico. Beats one. Now back to McAllister. McAllister to DePaul. DePaul being pressed. Gets rid of it right away. And that's Enzo Fernandez. DePaul goes down, holding his head. And here's Romero now. And the ref calls a stop to play. He released the ball and was under pressure when he released it. Looks like the player that was running by him may have made contact to the back of the head. Let's see the replay. And that's Ener Valencia on a yellow card, really and truly asking for it there. No need to barge in with the shoulder behind the player like that, especially due to the fact that he's on a yellow. And of course, the afters are going down now. Caicedo getting into it with Romero, I think. Sandro Martinez not far away from the action either. That was some full force into that barge. Wow. Valencia needs to calm down, use his experience here. Good pressing here. Oh, but Martinez does well to win it still. Martinez loses it now, though. Here's Paez. Gets out of pressure nicely. Caicedo. Gruezo pressured from behind. Loses it. And he gets called for a foul. I think that's Messi that time. No, that's Martinez that time. Martinez can't believe it. Lautaro can't believe that one was called. Free kick to Ecuador. Just inside Argentina's half. And yes, his toe did get the ball there, but he had a lot of contact to the player as well. So probably the right call there. Ecuador will probably lump this one into the box. Big players have gone forward. Paez plays it short. Here's Caicedo. Caicedo tried to whip one in, but it was blocked. And the ref stops the game. McAllister looks to have gotten the wind knocked out of him there. Yeah, sad news for him, man. Sad news for Buchanan. Broke his tibia in training. Yeah, man. Very, very bad news, man. And he didn't look so good in the first game, but the last game they played in the group, he looked a lot sharper. So he looked like he was rolling into some form as well. So, yeah, man, tough. You never like to see that from any team, Especially Tejan, one of my favorite Canadian players as well. So, sad that we won't get to see him play in the knockout round. Where's a fan? A penalty shootout? Well, once the match draws, a penalty shootout, So, all them need is one goal. That was such a well-worked free kick, man. And, it's easy to kind of lose track of this short guy, Martinez. So, he's a good player to have to just drift off to the back post. People might not even notice. I agree, fan of mine are two dirty teams. I knew that this one would be, the referee going to have a tough time keeping everybody on this pitch tonight. The way how them man play football. So, a drop ball to Ecuador. Here's Caicedo. He switches the play. That's a brilliant pass, but did Sarmiento keep it in? He did, and he keeps it from going out for a goal kick as well. So good. Somehow Sarmiento was able to control and try to beat the man down the wing. Got to the byline, saved it from going out, and in the end, it's a throw into Hincapié. He throws it back to Pacho. Pacho one-time cross, cut out by Argentina. Good first-time ball and another second ball now. Here's Tagliafico down the left. Loose touch here, but he gets it back still. He still has it down the left-hand side. Cuts back well on his left foot now. Finds Messi on the top of the box. He drops it back to Enzo. Enzo now drops it all the way to Romero. Romero just outside the center circle, and the referee has blown for the halftime whistle. So it's 1-0 to Argentina, courtesy of a goal from a corner from Lisandro Martinez, taken by Messi, flicked on near post by Alexis McAllister, and it is 1-0 to Argentina. Ecuador, though, should feel pretty good about themselves, still in the game by all means. Even though we saw Argentina get a bit more joy towards the end of that half. I do still think that the game plan is working for them, and Argentina isn't really carving them open for with too much frequency today. So as we go to the halftime, people, you don't know, it's a perfect time right now to smash that like button if you haven't already, people. That is something that we definitely require. It is a requirement here at Jason Gooner TV. So let's do that for us, people. It's the only thing we really ask, and you don't even have to pay any money to that. So just smash that like button for me. All right, people. Let's go ahead now and go to the first half stats of this one. And just see what kind of picture the stats are telling right now. Of course, we have watched the game with our eyes, but let's see what the analytics have to say. So let's see. All right, so this is the first half stats, people. We have 64% to 36 for Argentina in possession. Expected goals dead even, 0.49 to 0.50. So Ecuador slightly edging the expected goals. One chance apiece for both teams. Big chance, that is. Four shots to 3 in favor of Argentina. Dibu has 1 save, Dominguez none. 2 corners to 1 in favor of Ecuador. Argentina has tried a lot more passes. Argentina have more tackles, more free kicks. 1 yellow card, that one is to Valencia in the first half. 1 shot on target each. Right? They have scored their 1 big chance. Ecuador has missed their 1 big chance. They had 1 through ball. I guess they're counting the Sarmiento play as a big chance. 9 touches in the area to 8 for Ecuador. Accurate passes pretty much double for Argentina. Final third passing, Argentina very high at 75%, Ecuador at 63. Entries, Argentina did win that battle 31 to 17 in final third entries. Long passes, 20 and 24 attempted by both teams. So not really going long so much in this game, neither team. 2 for 2 on crosses for Argentina, 0 for 6 for Ecuador. So that's pretty much the tail of the tape as far as the stats are concerned. Let's see how the individual players ranked in the first half. So let's see. So McAllister, Lisandro Martinez with the goal has the highest ranking. McAllister second up with the assist, 7.4. And if you look on the Ecuador side of things, Kendry Paez came out the best as far as the ratings are concerned. Ena Valencia, even with the yellow card, one of the better players, Caicedo, Preciado. I agree with those being some of the better performers. Kendry Paez, 6.9, getting on the ball a lot when they do have success. He's a part of it for the most part. So high accuracy on the passing, good ball retention, went long 1 time, 1 of 1, 1 shot off target, 2 of 3 on his ground duels, only lost the ball twice in his 20 touches, and putting in defensive work as well, 1 clearance, 1 interception, and 2 tackles with 1 time dribble pass. So that's Kendry Paez, good first half for him. I thought Caicedo in this number 10 role was pretty good as well. As you can see, his heat map definitely getting forward quite a bit in this system. 31 touches for him, 81% pass accuracy, 2 key passes, and he did create the 1 big chance on the day. That was the pass to Sarmiento, who did well to beat Romero with the shot fake and just couldn't sort his feet out to get it around Dibu Martinez, who cut the angle on him. So Moises Caicedo, Dimo says a mad thing to see him in this role, but he really has been the player that has been most likely to unlock the defense with a pass. So he's doing pretty well in the role. 4 for 10 ground duels, so still putting in the work, even as an attacking midfielder role. 0 for 1 on his aerials, 12 possession loss, 2 fouls. He was fouled once, and he has 3 total tackles on the day. So that is Moises Caicedo. So let's see how Mr. Messi fared in the first half. 6.8, 48 minutes played. Expected assists of 0.16. 0 for 1 on his dribbles. 19 touches, 16 of 17 for 94%. He has 2 key passes out of those 16 passes. 1 for 1 on his crosses, 2 for 2 on his long passes. Only went in 1 duel and lost that one. Only 2 times lost possession in his 19 touches. And no defensive work, which is pretty much what you can expect from Messi these days. Alexis McAllister as well. Look at the heat map, getting on the ball in various locations on the pitch. starting the play from the deep areas, also getting involved in the attack as well. 48 minutes played, 0.26 assists, expected assists, 1 assist on the day, 46 touches, 27 of 32 for 84%, 1 key pass and 1 big chance created as well. 1 of 3 on his long passes, 0 for 1 on his dribbles. 6 of 9 in ground duels for him is very good. 9 possession loss out of his 46 touches with 1 foul, and he was fouled 3 times. And putting in a shift as well on defense, 1 clearance, 1 interception, and 3 total tackles. Yeah, so that is it. Let's look at the player with the highest score so far, and that would be Lisandro Martinez. Definitely starting the play for the most part with Romero on that back line. We have 48 minutes played with a goal, 1 clearance, and 3 tackles. 3 out of 4 ground duels, 1 out of 2 aerial duels. Only lost the ball 4 times in his 52 touches, and he has a 98% passing accuracy. 4 out of 4 when he goes with long attempts, and he has 1 shot on target, of course, for his goal, and that was the header. All right, so that is some of the stats individually of some of the players. You saw the game stats as well. So how people feeling about their predictions? I predicted 2-0. Still feeling good about that one. No need to change that. Big up yourself, Mr. United. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Valencia looks old and seem to lose a step in this tournament. Well, Warren Webster, he is not a spring chicken, that is for sure. I believe he's 34 now, but let me check. Yeah, 34 years of age. Obviously, this is, how many? Yeah, this is his 88th game today. So he's been around for a while now. And yeah, he's a player that, kind of relies more on his smarts than anything. Not that he was a slow player when he was younger, but I think just his ability to live on that last shoulder of the last defenders is really his claim to fame. And you don't necessarily need all the speed in the world to be effective at that. You just need to understand how to read defenses and time your runs well. So, I think those are skill sets that he has. So even though he has lost a step or two, I still feel like his effect can be great because even with in the state he's in now, whenever he makes runs into the channels, they're well timed, and if the pass is right, he'll get to it. So, I still feel like they need to watch out for him. I think he's his own worst nightmare right now, as far as his temperament, because that yellow card, well, that foul on DePaul when he released the ball, if the ref was really watching and paying attention, that could have been a second yellow card because it was excessive force that was really unnecessary, So I think he just needs to calm down a little bit. But, I think when you look at the Ecuador and their situation going into this second half, it's a situation where, yes, maybe we're not playing our best right now, but does the coach feel like it's something that he can do better as far as personnel? Is it a system change? He does have Caicedo playing kind of higher up the park. Would it make more sense to, maybe sacrifice a Gruez or a Franco, drop Caicedo back into more of a pivot role where he can build from a little deeper, slide Kendry Paez into the Caicedo role, and then bring on a more natural wide player like a John Yeboah or even a Alan Minda or a Kevin Rodriguez. There's a lot of options as far as that other attacking option is concerned. Or does he say, look, I like the way we're kind of keeping them at bay for the most part. If I change the system now, does that open us up? Does that leave us too open for Argentina to then exploit? I think that's the conundrum that the coach will run into right now. I think he knows that as an attacking force, he could make a tweak or two and it would look better. But I think he might be wanting to keep that balance that he's been getting out of Franco and Gruezo on the pitch, with Caicedo being able to, be a force a little bit higher up in the press. So that's something. And also Caicedo is giving him the creativity right now. I mean, he's at the heart of most of the things going well, whether it's him or Kendry in the attack. So, I think for him, he might just say, look, I'm not going to shuffle the deck just yet. He's probably going to sit down and talk to Jeremy Sarmiento and say, look, Jeremy, you've been giving me a lot more this tournament so far. I need a little more quality out of you when you get on the ball, because he's really the one that surprisingly has been quiet. He has been the one kind of, the main protagonist as far as their attack has been concerned for me so far this tournament. definitely at the heart of most of the good things that they've been doing. Today has been a much more quiet day for him. So, coming into this game, I said Incape, Caicedo, and Pacho had to have good games. And Pacho and Incape, as you can see by their ratings, not really doing that well today. I said Rodrigo De Paul, Messi, and Romero had to have good games. They're not really having the best of games, but neither one of them are playing badly either. So they're just kind of average right now. Romero might be lucky to not have a yellow card, but I did say that Romero keeping his cool would be a key because Ena Valencia is a very provoking forward, and I think Romero has the type of personality that Valencia can cause to, maybe lose his head on occasion. So we'll watch out for that matchup in the second half as well. Big up yourself, Chris Smith. Thanks for being here, bro. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Respect and thanks for being here. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget that part. Watch the last 50 minutes of the half and notice Messi is lost. Yeah, to be totally honest, I looked at his stats, and what stood out to me is even in a quiet game, Messi usually has in a half, I'd say at least 30 touches. And for him to have 19, I don't know if that's so much a byproduct of him not finding the game enough. But I'm not really sure. But yeah, he was quite anonymous off the ball, which is kind of to be expected at this stage of his career. But even still, that last 15 minutes he may have been lost. But somewhere in that 45, he found two key passes to make, and he pretty much didn't lay a foot wrong as far as passing. So even his poor games didn't do much, but still up at a 6.8. One of the higher rankings for his team. So well, not higher, but a very, very good to average score in one half of football, a 6.8. Very easily with a couple actions in the second half, he'll be a 7 out of 10. So, he's doing okay. I do agree that he kind of faded out of the game, especially towards the end. But yeah, I think we're not gonna get those 90 minutes of Messi magic anymore. We're gonna have to deal with it in spurts. And he did still have a little stretch where, his first time ball flick on kind of opened up the entire play. So he's always somewhere involved in the mix. Not as influential today though, Dale. That is true. That is true. Can't go around that fact. All right, people. We're almost back to the game. So let's stop this screen and let's put the other one back up, our play-by-play screen. Drop your predictions for the second half, people. I'm sticking with my pre-game prediction of 2-0 to Argentina. Anybody who wants to make the adjustment now can. I'm sticking to my guns, 2-0 to Argentina. And folks, I'm just going to have to pause for one moment and you guys do what the advertisement says. All right, thank you. All right, people, we are back in the building. Sorry about that. Second half has just kicked off. Ecuador in possession. Just seeing to see if there were any substitutions at halftime. Doesn't look that way so far. But let's double check. Yep, so no shuffling of the deck yet from the coaches. We still have the same teams on the field. Felix Sanchez holding tight with his system so far. And the same can be said of Scaloni. Here is Pacho now on the back line, exchanging passes with Franco. That's a bit short, but he gets it, cleans it up to Torres. Torres goes up to Paez, but good tackle here from Nico Taliafico, and it will be a throw-in for Ecuador. Preciado to take the throw-in. He throws it back to Torres. Torres plays it short to Gruezo. Gruezo finds Pacho. Pacho has Hincape beside him. He uses him. Hincape goes back to Pacho. Pacho to Torres. Torres to Preciado. Preciado inside now to Gruezo. Gruezo with a loose touch, but the second one is loose as well. Argentina gets it. Here's McAllister. McAllister finds Enzo. Enzo to Nico Gonzalez. Now back to Taliafico, but Enzo was fouled by Caicedo. Ecuador doesn't like the call. Was a foul. Club teammates exchanging pleasantries with each other there. Argentina in possession. Here's Dibu Martinez in his box. Plays to his namesake, Licha Martinez. He goes wide to Taliafico. Taliafico being pressed. Good ball into Lautaro. He loses it though. Torres with good defending. Preciado goes all the way back now to Dominguez. Dominguez switches the play to Hincape. Hincape trying to play forward. Plays it short to Franco. Franco switches the play now to Felix Torres. Torres to Pacho. Pacho with time and space. Brings it forward. Now decides to go with a long diagonal ball to Preciado. That's well controlled, but it's cleared after by Lisandro Martinez. Lautaro trying to win that one will be called for a foul. He was holding Gruezo there. Gruezo did well to put his body in between man and ball, and Martinez unfairly pulling him down and a foul. So here's Ecuador now being pressed. Torres plays it to Preciado. He tries to play a one-touch into Paez. It's headed out by Nico Gonzalez. Here's Preciado. He goes back to Felix Torres. Gonzalez pressing. He has to go back to Pacho. Pacho now thought about it. Now he plays it to Hincape. Hincape pressed. Decides to go back to Pacho. A little more time on the ball. Pacho goes back to Hincape now with a little more time as well. He goes long down the left channel. Cut out by Romero. Second ball won by Argentina. Lautaro controls. Now flicked up by Nahuel Molina. Here's Hincape. Good footwork here. He beats Rodrigo De Paul on the wing here. Now he plays it inside to Gruezo. Gruezo turns away from trouble. Now finds Felix Torres. Torres goes into the center circle to Alan Franco. Franco drops it back to Gruezo. Gruezo now to Caicedo. Caicedo back to Gruezo again. Caicedo now goes wider to Felix Torres. Torres plays it inside to Caicedo. Tough one to control. He does though. Well played by Caicedo. Valencia tackled from behind. Good tackle. They want a foul, Argentina, but he's told to get up there. Two players down here. Sarmiento cuts inside. He's looking to shoot. He cuts back now. Ooh, couldn't find the angle there. Sarmiento. Gruezo does well to win that one, but he's called for a foul. The studs were exposed. Is that Lionel Messi down? I think that's Messi down on the ground there that he caught. Romero still down, as well as Caicedo. They had a coming together earlier in the sequence. And Messi, Gruezo did win the ball, but his studs were exposed. Ooh, I'm not sure what would have happened to Romero there. Let me see if I can see what happened here. So he did get his toe stepped on. But I'm not sure what I need to see what Romero is being worked on. Because his follow through definitely went right into Caicedo's knee. The fireworks are going off crazy outside right now, people. Wow. Jason Robinson saying have to hope for the 1-1 now, because he did go. He was hoping for the 1-0 to Ecuador, so not being greedy, not asking for the 2-1. He'll take the 1-1 and the penalty kick chance, you know. So the Ecuador players were incensed with the follow-through by Romero there. Valencia and others were running towards the referee trying to get some justice for that challenge. Valencia is still asking about it. Can't believe what he's hearing from the ref. He's asking for VAR. Definitely, he has the war wounds to show. Caicedo there, that was a full-blooded follow-through. And since it was Romero, I'm not going to just unequivocally say he didn't mean it. That guy's dirty, bro. He's a dirty player. Believe me. He'll probably tell himself, you know, I do operate very close to what would be against the rules. It's a part of his game, you know. That's just the truth. That is just the truth, bro. So, any Argentina fans in the building? Any Argentina fans? And if any people going into this tournament was rooting for Argentina? All right, so a long stoppage in play here. This will probably be added to the drama at the end of this game, if there is any. What was hurt? What was hurt on Romero? So in digging out Caicedo knee with him studs, his right foot got hurt. Wow. Fanaseme anti-Argentina. Romero was very late. Well, he played the ball in a J, but his follow through was a reckless one, you know. They just admitted missed penalty call. I thought they admitted that from a long time, that the referee was wrong. So how you mean they just admitted? They talked about it in the broadcast, Warren, like that they came out and said it was wrong? Because I thought that news came out like maybe a day or two after the game, that they confirmed that the referee made an error on that call, and he should have went with the VAR officials. Because I heard the audio, so I heard the man telling them, no, it's not a penalty, when them are telling me it is, you know. So I heard that. This one's way up in the air here. What a first touch by Lautaro. This one's booted up field. Romero clears. Hincapié does well. Good pass through the lines to Caicedo. He's trying to find Enner now. Enner chasing Romero. Romero can't keep it in, and it's a corner. Good pressing from Enner Valencia there, and it was actually poor that he couldn't at least concede a throw-in and not a corner there. He'll be disappointed with that. Rotted. Nice, man. All right, it's going to be a corner now to Ecuador people. 57th minute of play. Looks like they're checking something from the first corner. It did hit the arm of Enzo, but really was just in front of his body, so shouldn't be a penalty, I don't think. Here's the cross, and Martinez handles that one easily there. There's an Argentina player down in the box holding his face. Oh, man. I think the amount of time someone's down holding something is rivaling actual game time today. Rodrigo de Paul is always somewhere near these skirmishes. We have so many players like this on this team, Enzo Fernandez, Romero, Lisandro Martinez, De Paul. He's not in the game today, but Acuna is like that as well, always getting into something with people. So they have a lot of players like that in this team. Otamendi on the bench is the same way. Martinez, the goalkeeper, is like that as well, always getting into stuff with people. So there is that just enough of that mean streak in this Argentina team to balance out some of the flair and the flair players. This one's won by Ener Valencia in the center circle. He's being pressed. Good job to keep that one. Played wide now. Here's Hincapié trying to get by Molina, but can't. Molina goes all the way back to Martinez. He now goes back to Molina. Molina down the line. Cut out by Ecuador. Ecuador win the first ball and the second ball. Now it's controlled by Sarmiento. He goes wide. Good play. Caicedo over the top now. Flick to Sarmiento. Sarmiento. That's good defense and recovery by Lisandro Martinez. Heads it out for a corner as Ecuador try to pick up the pace here. Paez and Caicedo over this corner now. Will they go short? Will they whip it in? Setting up the play. Ooh. And this one this time is called as a penalty, people. They did the same exact play. It was a near post corner. It was flicked on by Alan Franco. And this time the ref had no choice. VAR will look at this one. Argentina, of course, incensed by this call. They surround the referee. But let's see the replay here. It was Rodrigo de Paul. And this time that could be called back. That did hit his left hand, which looked to be... No, that was his right hand, yes. It's a good call. That's a good call. I don't think they'll be taking this one away. That should be a penalty. Thought Ecuador was going to get a cheeky pen. His hand was in a natural position. Well, this second one, Jay, I think they're going to get the cheeky pen. I think they are. Will Kendry Paez take this one again? Last time they got a penalty. Ener Valencia was not playing. Ener Valencia is here this time. And the veteran does take it. Rodrigo de Paul showing him his chest. Not sure why. it didn't hit you there, brother. Yeah, man. Penalty, Warren Webster. All right, people. This is the lifeline that Ecuador needed to get back in this one. This could be the 1-1. And as I said before, people, there's no extra time in these knockout games in the Copa. Yeah, Demo. Just Jamaica wasn't allowed to get any penalty, Everybody else can get them for all kind of things. But DePaul, your arms weren't like that, sir. It was your right arm which was away from your body. Get out of here. So, not the most glorious record in penalties in his career. He's 35 of 48. So he has 13 misses as a penalty taker. That's quite a big amount. Warren Webster said this game deserves to be tied. Yeah, I think Argentina hasn't done enough to cement their advantage, to be honest. Apart from a spell in the first half, they haven't looked like the more dominant team. I think it's been pretty even. So here is the penalty to be taken by Ener Valencia. Let's see what happens here. And he hits the post. He sent him the wrong way. But he could not convert. It's the outside of the post. It stayed in. Incape took a shot. It took a deflection and went behind for a corner. So it's going to be a corner kick to Ecuador. And that's 35 of 49 now for Ener Valencia. As I said, not the best record. And my brethren with the bet breathes a sigh of relief. Now they're checking for encroachment, and there is an Argentine player that has encroached. And what's the call here? I see a hand up for offside. So they're saying that the Ecuador player who touched it first was in the box. The only person I saw encroach was McAllister. Did a good job sending him the wrong way, but sent it wide. Hit the base of that post. Wait, say I'm gonna pull something. It wasn't even on him. Him just miss. Was he moving? I'm not sure. So wait, it is a take again? No, ain't no take again. It looks like he called encroachment on the guy who got the corner, which was Nkape. Because if him encroach, him can't encroach, period. But if him is the first one to touch it, then, you know. So a big letdown for Ecuador there. Argentina will count themselves lucky to still be in the lead here. Anytime you give up a penalty kick, chances are you're going to concede. But he was not able to convert. I did mention that the lone penalty they had taken in this tournament was converted by Kendry Paez against Jamaica. Of course, Ener Valencia was not in that game though. With him being back in this one, he pulled rank and was unable to convert from the spot. Lautaro Martinez, who got the start after scoring 3 games in a row in this Copa, will be substituted now for Julian Alvarez, who in the knockout rounds of the World Cup took the starting place from Lautaro Martinez. Kind of went the other way around this time. Lautaro came off the bench twice before starting the third game. No, he came off the bench in the first game and then started the next 2. So Alvarez now back in. Or how did it go? Did he start the first? Here's the corner. Headed out by Sarmiento. DePaul. That one's hooked up field, hopefully. And it's going to run out for a goal kick to Ecuador. Yeah, Lautaro started 2 games now. He started the third game and this game. Didn't start the first 2, but came off the bench and scored in both. Smash that like button, people. Don't forget that part here. Smash that like button. Yes, people. Yeah, I think... Oh, so there was no encroachment. Okay. Okay, cool. took his eyes off the ball. Yeah, I think Drew, that was a part of his strategy. He wanted to give the keeper the eyes, which he did. And I think the one thing the one thing that might happen when you use such a technique is the strike on the ball might not be as clean because you're not looking at the ball, right? So, if you're gonna use that technique, you have to really test it out a lot in training because, I think when I think about players who use that technique, Neymar is one who doesn't really look at the ball, looks more at the keeper when he's taking the penalties. Kai Havertz actually does that as well when he takes his penalties. Good turn from Messi here. Trying to get back on his left foot and does. Tries to clip in a ball, but it's blocked by Franco. Now one by Taliafico. Good second press here from Ecuador. But Argentina come away with that one. Here's a ball to the far post. It does land to Alvarez with brilliant there. And that was actually Messi. He took a shot with his right foot, so it tricked me. That was Messi who played the bounce well. Misjudged by the defender. Messi was ready for it. And Rodrigo de Paul called for a foul. Free kick to Ecuador. Here's Dominguez in goal. Plays it to Felix Torres. Torres back to Dominguez now. Dominguez plays it short to Pacho. Pacho looks upfield. Plays Incampe. Incampe one time down the line. And a foul on Moise Caicedo. He's been in the wars today. Definitely been kicked. Yeah, man, let them know to like. Where say I think the dirty Angies will hold out now. Yeah, I think Ecuador, maybe they'll get one more chance, but I feel like my prediction is gonna reign true. We're gonna get to the last 10 minutes and Ecuador are gonna start taking a few more chances, and Argentina is going to make one of those counter attacks count. But as long as it stays 1-0, they're into that shout, man. They're into that shout. They've proved to be pretty dangerous from set pieces in the second half, so that's always a chance. A bit surprised that Scaloni hasn't gone to maybe freshen up his midfield or anything. Ooh, and that challenge goes unpunished. Incape is down, and Argentina will just kick this one out. Oof. Rough challenge there, but it looked like he got the ball. He may have injured himself trying to control it, to be honest, because he did an awkward step over the ball, landed awkwardly, probably jarred his ankle there. Here's that last play. Messi took it down nicely after Torres misjudged it, and then on the half volley swung that right foot. Luckily for Dominguez, it was right to him. They're showing the penalty again. Yep, gave him the eyes, but if you look at the contact of the ball, hit him way down on his heel, which dragged the ball further left than he would have liked. And that is the difference of inches that was needed for that to hit the inside of the post and go in, or hit the base of the post and come back out into play. Here's Felix Torres now, finds Kendry Paez, who's been a bit quiet in the second half. Good tackle in midfield, but Paez wins it back. Good reverse pass. Sarmiento can't get the flick right. Molina wins it. Here's Messi now. Messi takes the overlapping run, goes inside in space. He's being chased. Lets it off really nicely. Here is Alvarez. Alvarez goes wide to DePaul. DePaul with a one-time cross to the back post. Preciado does well to flick that out for a throw-in. To be a throw-in to Argentina. DePaul was trying to find Enzo Fernandez on the back post there. Good defending in the end. 71st minute of play, 20 minutes plus injury time. Yeah, man. They if they don't get a goal in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I think they'll start to play a bit of a suicide game, and in the end, Argentina with a counter will finish it off. But we'll see. We'll see. Molina exchanging passes with DePaul. DePaul tries to get by the defender, and he is called for holding him back there. DePaul begging for the card, as usual. Might have been right on that one. I mean, he did have some covering help, but it was quite a cynical hold. No card, though. Just a free kick. All right, here's the free kick now by Messi. Messi whips it in, flicked on by Ecuador player, pinball in the box. Can't get a clean strike, and this one could break to Enner Valencia. This man has speed. He's trying to use it. Couldn't run left the ball that time, though. Good cutback, beats two. Good find for Kenji Paez. He finds Preciado. Preciado inside now to Caicedo. Caicedo switches the play beautifully to Nkape. Nkape takes a touch, looking to cross now. He whips it in with the left foot. That's over everyone, but Preciado will save it. Can he whip it back in again? He can. Go into the far post. That's a good knockdown. Good turn by Valencia. Just crowded out in the end. Cleared out by Martinez. Here comes Ecuador again. Caicedo plays it wide to Preciado. Preciado looking down the flank. Decides not to play it. Goes back to Caicedo. Caicedo into midfield now. This is Gruezo. Gruezo back to Torres. Torres plays it wide to Preciado. Preciado now uses Caicedo. Caicedo plays it back to Torres. Torres looking. Switches the field to Caicedo now. Caicedo shot. Paez decides not to do the 1-2. Preciado is fouled. That time, Gonzalez with the foul there. Well, actually, that was Taliafico. Here's Gruezo. Gruezo to Alan Franco. Back to Gruezo. Gruezo all the way in his half now. Changes the play now to Felix Torres. Torres thought about breaking the lines, but instead goes back to Dominguez. Dominguez has help from Pacho. He uses it. Pacho turns. Franco shows short for it. He uses him. Franco plays it out to Torres. Torres back to Dominguez. Dominguez to Pacho. Franco comes deep again to collect. Gets it. Plays to Torres now. Torres goes to Preciado. Preciado being pressed. Goes all the way back to Dominguez. Ecuador not wanting to lose the possession just yet. Want to build something up here. Well played by Paez. Lays it off. And now the space opens up for Pacho. Pacho goes forward looking for Paez, but they weren't on the same page there. That's cut out by Molina. Molina is pressured out of it by Sarmiento. Sarmiento beats one. Going down the left now, he's pressed by two. Good. Well done. He turns out of trouble again. This is Caicedo now in the midfield. He plays it wide to Preciado. Preciado lays it off now. Tries to play the 1-2 back to Preciado. He's being shielded by Gonzalez. Looks like a hand to the face, but no call. And eventually this referee gives Caicedo a yellow card for dissent. Gives him a yellow card for dissent there. Preciado is still down. I don't think it was an elbow or anything, but maybe a poke in the eye or something. But let's see. Could very well just be him. Ooh, that was actually a swinging arm, you know. That was not as soft as I initially thought. I thought it was just an open hand or something, but that really was. Caicedo gets a yellow card as well. I think this might have been him tangling up with DePaul. I thought it was for dissent, but it looks like, you know, he got tangled up with DePaul on that play prior to the ref blowing the whistle. So they've finally gone to their bench again, Ecuador now. Paez and Sarmiento leave the field of play. I think Looks like it's going to be Rodriguez and is it Jordi Caicedo? No, Alan Minda and Kevin Rodriguez come on for Sarmiento and Paez. So he's kept the midfield intact. Thought he might sacrifice one of Gruezo or Franco, drop Caicedo deeper, leave Paez on the pitch, or even leave Sarmiento on the pitch, but surprisingly went more like for like with those subs there. So he's okay with the balance of the team so far. Still has Caicedo that can come on the bench as a second striker. Maybe that will be the sub with about 5 minutes to go or so. Doesn't want to go suicidal too early. So I can understand that. Looks like Argentina is finally going to make a sub in midfield. Gio Lo Celso looks to... Oh, and that's late. That is late from Nico Gonzalez. Caught Preciado there. Really can have no complaints. Yeah, man. Them man, lone Oscars them I go for. Even that one. I mean, Gonzalez caught him, but it wasn't as bad as it looked in real time. Oh, yeah. There's a challenge by Caicedo there. A little bit late on DePaul that time. And based on how his game has been going so far, he can't be too upset getting that card. So if they were to somehow turn this one around, Moise Caicedo would miss the next game. So it looks like Lisandro Martinez and Enzo Fernandez leaving the field of play for Nico Otamendi and Gio Lo Celso. So you don't see this very often in international football, at least, where a back four, one of the center backs, will get subbed out around the 78th minute. But that's what we have seen here today. Maybe just like the idea of getting a bit more height out there to just defend this more direct style that we're probably bound to see from Ecuador to close out this match. Just playing the percentages with the heights. Oh, and that was almost one that got through. Caicedo found Valencia. There was good running off the ball by Kevin Rodriguez, a powerful player. Lot different proposition to what Kendry Paez would be bringing in that type of role. But couldn't bulldoze his way through in the end. Martinez has it. 11 minutes plus injury time left, people. So Ecuador definitely running out of time. It's still 1-0 to Argentina. Here's Pacho. Pacho plays it down the line. And Valencia will chase. Here's Romero. Good block from Valencia that almost stayed in play as well. But in the end, it's called for an offside anyway. It will be a kick too. And so they haven't decided to go with two strikers. They have brought on Yeboah for Gruezo, and Ener Valencia will be leaving the field of play as well. Angel Mena also comes on, another midfielder, attacking midfielder type player. He enters the field of play as well. So this will probably mean Kevin Rodriguez will go to the middle. Yeboah will go down the right side. Angel Mena will probably take up that number 10 role right in behind. And Caicedo will drop just a little bit deeper into the system. So a little bit of a reshuffle here. Ener Valencia probably run his race for the day. So the coach trying to freshen things up with his substitutions. Angel Mena, another veteran, plays in Liga MX. 36 years of age now. Dominguez goes long this time. Rodriguez jumps, can't win the first ball. Ecuador putting a higher press on now. Well played by DePaul, and he's not given the foul call. Good turn here. This is Yeboah, just entered the field of play. Beats two. He's fouled, but the ref has to pull it back. The ref had to pull that one back. A good driving run by Yeboah there. And a yellow card shown to Nico Taliafico. He's complaining, saying that wasn't me. But he's the one that ends up getting into the book. Good drive shown by Yeboah. I'm sure that one is one to show his coach he's made a mistake. First time he got on the ball, was under pressure, turns out of it well, and then he drives forward and being chased. Looks like it could have been either McAllister or Tagliafico. Either one could have gotten that yellow. But good driving run from your boy, as I said before. Definitely wants to prove a point to his manager after being left out from the start after starting the first two games. Lost his place in the third matchup and continued on the bench today. Definitely a point to prove. Now, the player who just entered the field of play, the 36-year-old Mena, is a free kick dead ball specialist, left-footed player. So look out for him. He's basically what Kendry Paez would have been if he's on the pitch. He's about double his age, though, a little more than double his age. So let's see if he can use all his experience to get this one on target. Of course, he is dealing with a top keeper, so it'll have to be something special. Let's see if he has it in his locker. Here's the free kick. That's blocked by the wall. Didn't have enough height on it. Went for some power. Needed a bit more craft to get that one on target. Here's Torres being pressed and he loses it. But what's the call here? The referee has stopped play for something. The referee has stopped play for an Argentine player down. I believe it is Romero. He's down from getting hit in the wall, I believe. But the timing of it was terrible for Argentina, as Alvarez had applied the pressure and won the ball from the defender and was clean in on goal. Oh, and that just has hit him in the worst area possible there. Brother, I know that pain there. Believe me. I know that pain. Seven minutes plus injury time with all these stoppages. I'd be shocked if we don't get a World Cup style injury time in this one. At least 7 minutes, I would say. There's been a fair share in the second half of stoppages and you know, all kind of things going on. So I wouldn't be surprised. That's becoming a bit too frequent in this tournament, though. Why the refs always stopping the play at these crazy times? Here's Messi. Messi finds, who is that? So Lo Celso. Lo Celso now plays it back. Now it's come wide to Molina. Molina to Lo Celso. Lo Celso to DePaul. Bad first touch, but keeps it in and then earns a throw-in for his team. So it's a throw-in now to Molina. Well up the field on the right side for Argentina. He goes short to Lo Celso. Lo Celso plays it back to Molina, but it was short and it's played off Molina for a throw into Ecuador. Incape to take. Incape being told to go back, goes back about a foot and then takes back the 2 feet. Alan Minda switches play to Felix Torres. Torres looking forward now. Surely Felix Sanchez has to throw on a second striker at this point. You know, he still has Gruezo on the pitch. He still has Franco on the pitch. He still has Caicedo on the pitch. Surely you don't need 3 number 6s at this juncture of the game on the field. I know Caicedo has been playing higher, but even still, sacrifice one of Gruezo or Franco at this point. There's no extra time if you get an equalizer. Just take him off and put another striker on. You're running out of time. Good pressing from Argentina. Just won't let them get out. Argentina with another throw. Molina. Caicedo can't keep that one in. And finally now, Jordi Caicedo will be entering the field of play. Big striker. I'm pretty sure it will be one of Franco or Gruezo coming off. I think it is Franco. See him running over to the sideline. Yep, it is Alan Franco. This is the sub that I was expecting. One of those CDMs had to be sacrificed at this point. At this point, 3 minutes plus injury time. As I said before, with all the stoppages, I would be amazed if we don't get about at least 7 minutes, I would say. Could be more. Ena Valencia looks dejected on the bench. Knows that his penalty could have been sending this one to penalty kicks. But currently, they will be out of the competition if the score stays like this. Caicedo forces one, doesn't get through. Good play from Argentina here. And that should be a foul on Messi, and it is. Valuable time getting used up here into the 88th minute now. Still 1-0, 88th minute. My brethren bet looking good still. Ecuador wins this one though. They'll look to counter now. Here's Preciado, full of running still. Yaboa tried to cut back and make space to the left foot, but it was cut out. Throw into Ecuador now. Preciado goes back to Torres. Caicedo now has dropped deep too. Tried to find the play from deep now. He goes long, straight down the middle. That is one. The first ball is won by Argentina, and Martinez calls off Molina to come and collect. Caicedo telling Minda to get closer to him on that flick on. Could have caused some problems there. Let me guess. An Argentina player down. Yes. This time it is Otamendi. Oof. Stepped on his hand when his hand was on the ground. MF say, I'm not mad Moises didn't come to Anfield. Him not play good today. Him not play bad today. Oh, that could be a crucial fall there. Here's Jordi Caicedo. Took too long to get it out of his feet, and in the end goes for goal with two attacking support players in the box. Definitely wasn't the right idea. Couldn't take advantage of this slip here. The ball was flicked on, and it was a fall by Romero in the end. Argentina did a good job to get numbers back, but Caicedo just took too long to make a decision there, and in the end made the wrong one, and it wasn't a good one. Good execution on the shot either. So harmlessly goes for a goal kick. We're going into injury time now. We're up to 90 minutes of play. So let's see what the injury time is looking like. And the board says 5. So I was thinking minimum of 7. They want to go home. So they said 5. Don't know how they didn't get at least 7 minutes out of the subs and the stoppages, but Messi trying to earn a free kick, but none given. He can't believe it. It's going to be a throw into Ecuador. They take it quickly. Here's Pacho. Pacho goes inside now to Caicedo. Caicedo finds... Who is this now? That must be Angel Mena. Angel Mena goes forward, being chased. He's pushed in the back and is given a foul. Mena doesn't take it, doesn't wait for players to go forward. He plays it quickly. Caicedo does a chip ball now to the wing. Here's Yeah, boy with a good left-footed cross that's flicked on, and it's a goal! Goal for John Yeboah at the near post. What a flick. Actually, I think it was Kevin Rodriguez who got the goal. Yeboah played the cross to him, and the two substitutes combined. And there is life for Ecuador. It's 1-1. And this one could, after all, be headed to penalties. Oh, my gosh. I was just saying how secure the 30 grand look. My gosh. Yo, it rough. I know the man a cuss. Now him have to depend on the everything looks good on offside. Now this is interpretation now, people, because the second player, Caicedo, who didn't get a touch on it, did make an attempt to get a touch on it. Can they deem him offside is the question. I don't know if VAR will look at that or not, but we have seen some madness before. The 1-1 came through. The 1-1 came through. Yeah, I'm wondering, Warren Webster, will it be called? Will it be called? I mean, look, it depends how it's interpreted, because Caicedo was offside. Some referees might deem his play on the ball to have affected the play, and he was doing that from an offside position. So let's see. MF say a goal that we are gonna see. Jason Robinson, get your wish. I tell you, rough on Argentina. Watch a man. What a flicked header, man. It's very hard to get that on target like that, you know. Brilliantly done. Otamendi swears him a bucket out. Nothing that Debo could do that time. Well, if this check is anything like the others I've seen in this tournament, this will be at least another 2 minutes before them say something. So let's see what they say now, people. The game start back on this play-by-play, but me not see no game I play. The defender never get a touch, deal. Rodriguez bought the ball. It never touched Otamendi at all. MF, there's always that. Who drives the needle? Who's gonna come and buy all the tickets, you know? And it looks like the goal will stand, people. It is a goal. It is a goal. So Felix Sanchez celebration was not in vain, and it is a goal. I'm surprised they didn't deem him offside, because he made a clear attempt to try to win the ball, and he was offside on the flick. So Ener Valencia, probably the happiest player in the stadium right now. All the newspapers don't have to write about him. They will have a chance in the shootout at least. Now we have run the full time of injury time, but the ref must be playing at least another 3 minutes or so. That goal would have been scored about the 92nd minute. So yeah, I would expect at least 2 more minutes to be played. Here's Ecuador now. Can they steal one? Here's Ecuador into the box. He's being pushed in the back. No call. Angel Mena tried to cross. The ricochet hits him and goes out for a goal kick. So goal kick to Argentina. Montiel has replaced Molina at right back. If I remember, I want to say Montiel did score a penalty in a shootout in the World Cup, I want to say. So he's probably brought in for that purpose. Here's Kevin Rodriguez trying to run Ramiro now. Can't get around him. Debu not trusting the bounce of the pitch. Just gets it out of there. Good first touch here by Alan Minda. He gets down the line. He faces up now with Montiel. Oh, and that was the chance to win the game, you know. Jordi Caicedo streaking through. Hit his chest in full stride on the run. And he just could not direct his header on target. That could have been the smash and grab they were looking for before having to deal with the prospect of penalties. Minda did well with his first touch, got into the box. Montiel probably a bit cold, wasn't really willing to engage, and it was a well-timed cross. Caicedo, well-timed run, just couldn't get the direction on the header. That would have been a brilliant goal. Wait, said 2 days to be added. It should be. Preciado thought about going back to Dominguez, then realized. And that's it. Is that it? No, it's a free kick to Argentina. Game still being played. Fan of mine that say Argentina go home. Let's see. Yeah, BM, straight penalties. Yeah, man, Ecuador not joke out this thing at all. Ooh, what they call there? They call a handball on Rodriguez. See how them man nearly beat Argentina, but Jamaicans are this the man them. Brother, Jamaicans don't care about no other team, bro. We're supposed to beat every side, and every side no good. Once them the name Argentina, Brazil, England, France, them no good. I don't know how the people that study football like this. It's crazy. Not sure why they changed the rules, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, BM, I don't know what this was about. Maybe player safety. Them just don't want them to log so much minutes and thing. I don't know, but I was very surprised when I saw it today on Twitter that quarterfinals, semifinals, every game in those 2 stages going to go straight to penalties. I was shocked that they would maybe quarterfinals, maybe, but for them to do it all the way up to just the final, I was surprised. Even semifinals going to go straight to penalties. That's madness to me. For real. Pride block with perfect vision. My coach used to always say anxiety blocks your perfect vision. But for Jamaicans, pride block with perfect vision. Martinez lucky on goal. Yeah, he has a great track record in these penalties. I wonder if that psychological advantage will be too much for Ecuador, because he have this aura in these penalty shootouts, Very much so. I forget what they say. Yeah, I would think probably has a lot to do with player safety and stuff. More than likely. Yeah, man, pens it is. Well, this is a what do you call it now? This is a crapshoot, You don't really know, This is like you're rolling dice, So, I want to think. Argentina take it or Ecuador people. Ecuador have all the momentum, Normally they say the team that going in with more momentum sometimes has an advantage. I don't really buy that. I feel like your momentum is earned in the shootout. So the first keeper that make a save or the first team that miss the target, that's where the advantage is gained in penalties for me. I don't really buy into, they're on a high going into the shootout, so they must win. I don't really buy into that. We don't play with this fire. That's one of our problems. Yeah, are we physically capable, MF, to do it in the 98th minute? I don't know. Because for stretches of games, we play with fire, but it's never sustained. Never, ever sustained. We were fortunate to be at the Copa. This was a great achievement for the Jamaican team. Yeah, that's how we should look at it, Warren, but we don't. We say, boy, we work list because we don't win no game in the group. Yeah, well done, Jay. You got the 1-1 because I gave people the option to change. I stayed with my two love. I could have said 1-1, but I didn't. So yeah, man, you get your respect, man. Well called. The ref was trying to come up with a reason to disallow that goal. Well, Rob Smith, I saw it on the first play, and I said if that Caicedo guy is deemed to have affected the play in any way because he went for that ball at the far post, then it will be offside, because when the ball was flicked, he was indeed offside. So Warren said Argentina will still take it. Straight pens is stolen from the MLS. I think Argentina will win on pen, says MF. Dibu is the best, so they will win, but I want Argentina to lose, though. Ecuador keeper is tall. Let's see if he's agile. But if Ecuador don't win this game, Caicedo going not want to see that highlight, brother. I really should have scored that. At least put it on target. All right, so similar to Ronaldo with Portugal in his shootout in the Euros the other day, Messi will go first for Argentina to face Dominguez. So Lionel Messi, quiet in the second half, quiet all game really, still probably has good ratings because, as I said before, when he touches the ball, something usually happens, but just didn't get on the ball enough. So let's see what Lionel Messi can do with his penalty here. Here's Messi. Oh, and the Panenka does not work. Hits the crossbar and goes over. Wow. So Messi got Dominguez to go to his left, and the Panenka was on, but he put too much air under it. Was not able to keep it under the crossbar. Oh. And Dominguez lets Messi know that it's going to be okay. Jason would say nothing other than that. Rob Smith said, let's go, black guys. You can do it. Fan of mine that say he told us, you know. All right, here's Angel Mena now. Late substitution, free kick specialist, dead ball specialist. Should be comfortable taking a penalty kick. Let's see. Here's Martinez against him. Martinez saves it. Dibu Martinez never fails in these shootouts for Argentina. This man is a brick wall. 0-0 after one round. So Messi can know that he won't be the main reason they have lost this game. Emiliano Martinez comes up trumps again. Was on his line. No issues there. Good timing and a good strong hand to get it out. So 2 penalty kicks. 1 off the crossbar missed. 1 saved by Dibu. Next penalty will be taken by Julian Alvarez. He'll go up against Dominguez here. Alvarez not giving eye contact. Here's Alvarez. Puts that brilliantly into the top corner. Opened up his foot nicely. Put it to the keeper's left. Keeper dove that way, but the placement was too much there. Top corner. Even the 6'7" Dominguez couldn't get to that. And that was a well-taken corner kick. Penalty kick there. Into the top corner. 1-0 to Argentina. 2 kicks for Argentina. Ecuador about to have the chance to tie it up at 1-1 after 2 kicks for both teams. Can Martinez pull off another one? This one is another substitute. Alan Minda had set up that last chance for Jordi Caicedo after good work on the left side. Let's see if Minda can keep his head here. Again, not making eye contact with Dibu. Here he goes now. And Dibu again. Guesses the right direction. Does a dance after this one as well. And the Ecuador fan is crying his eyes out behind the goal. Felix Sanchez looks like he's very upset at the moment, trying to keep his cool. But Dibu dove to the opposite side this time, and that strong left top hand was able to claw it out. And as he rose to turn to the crowd, had a little dance for them as well. This guy is becoming a legendary figure when it comes to these penalty kicks at this point. It's just like you can count on him to get 2 to 3 saves in these 5 shots. Here's Alexis McAllister now looking to make that advantage count. This is the 3rd penalty for Argentina, looking to make it 2. Here's Alexis McAllister now. Solid penalty taker, usually converts these. Let's see what he does here. Dominguez goes the wrong way, and that's tucked away into the corner, hitting the side net into the keeper's left. It's 2-0 Argentina in the penalties. That's 3 kicks for Argentina. 1 miss from Messi, but his friends Alvarez and McAllister clean up the rest to make it 2-0. Ecuador about to take their 3rd kick. Definitely need this one to stay in with a chance to get through this shootout without losing. So here is Martinez. Can he get 3 in a row, people? This will be similar to what we saw with Diogo Costa for Portugal the other day. John Yeboah was very sharp since entering the field of play. Here he comes left-footed, and that's brilliant. I don't think Dibu, even if he picked that side, is saving that one. Very similar placement to Alvarez. That was the left foot. So he kind of put his foot around that one. Sent Martinez the wrong way. Closed his foot at the last minute, and that's brilliant technique. Chest over the ball. Well struck right into the top corner. That's 2-1. But of course, Argentina with the advantage. Only 1 miss to Ecuador's 2. This is the 4th kick now for Argentina. It's going to be Gonzalo Montiel, who was with Nottingham Forest last season. Scored in the shootout in penalties in the World Cup, and he does so again, simply placing it to the keeper's left as he dove the wrong way. Montiel almost looks like he's still not even warm yet from entering the field of play, but kept his nerve. Calmly side foot passes it into the goal. Wasn't the most convincing of strikes, but the keeper went the wrong way. Not sure why he went that way. I mean, it was kind of, he never really hid the fact he was going to go that way. But Dominguez, I think, dove a little early and showed his hand. 3-1 now to Argentina. So this is a must-make for Ecuador. If they miss this one, it's over. This is the gentleman who missed the chance towards the end of the game with the header, Jordi Caicedo. Also almost called offside for their goal. Let's see if he can at least put this penalty kick in the shootout in the goal to extend the game. Give Dominguez a chance to make a save for Argentina's last. Here's Caicedo with a short run-up. Jordi Caicedo takes a deep breath, hops up, goes up to take it, and ooh, that was not the most convincing either. But it gets by the legs of Martinez, kind of dove past that one. Martinez couldn't get his left leg up in time to block it. Skims off his leg and into the goal. They keep showing this one Ecuador fan crying from the first penalty, missing my ball. Ooh. Luckily there, Jordi Caicedo had a little bit of height on it. Now here's Nico Otamendi. Gonna close it off. This could either be a lifeline for Ecuador at the end of the game. Remember, Dominguez has to stop this or Otamendi has to miss. So this is for the win, people. This is for the win. And Otamendi puts it away neatly to the keeper's right. Side netting again. And Argentina hold their nerve and make it into the semifinals of the 2024 Copa America as Messi celebrates with his team and thanks them for bailing him out after his Panenka miss of the first penalty. Felix Sanchez embraces with Scaloni. Sanchez's team should feel proud. Definitely left it all out there, but in the end, it was too much poise on the side of the Argentinians and too much skill on the side of Dibu Martinez stopping these penalties. In the end, he did stop the first 2, and that was all they needed. 4-2 on penalties to Argentina in the end, and they will be in the semifinals, and they will face the winner of tomorrow's matchup between Venezuela and Canada. So it's looking good for Argentina to get to the final. They've gotten through Ecuador. Now Venezuela or Canada await 2 teams that they'll be heavy favorites over as well. But they saw today that being heavy favorites don't mean much. You must turn up on the day, and Ecuador definitely turned up. And who knows, if they had a chance to play the 30 minutes of extra time, they did look the stronger team going into it. So, they might have been the ones that were hard done by it going straight to penalties. So good match overall, people. Very fun watch. Got exciting at the end. Let's take a look at the statistics before we head out of the building, people. Yeah, man, drop your thoughts on what you thought about that game in the comment section as well. I'll definitely read those before we leave. So as you can see, 1-1 after penalties. Argentina got the 4-2 win. Let's look at the overall game stats in this one. So the stats got even in passing. It was a big lopsided advantage to Argentina in the first half. Second half, that gap got closed tremendously. 51-49 it ended. Ecuador, look at that, had the higher expected goals on the day, 1.67 to Argentina's 0.85. They had 3 big chances created on the day to Argentina's 1. They outshot them 9-8. They had more corners, 5-2. Yellow cards even 2 apiece. Then you had shots on target were even 2-2. Ecuador hit the woodwork as well. That was their penalty. Shots off target, block shots, shots outside the box, inside the box, pretty even. Big chances scored though. Argentina with 1. Look at Ecuador, 3 big chances missed. So they will really look back at this game, and some will argue, boy, they needed extra time instead of penalties. But for me, they needed to finish their dinner. That would have had them winning this game. Caicedo had that header chance at the end of the game. Really should have done better with that one. There were a few others as well they should have done better with. So, they really can count themselves to blame more than anything. And of course, the brilliance of Dibu Martinez at stopping penalties was for everyone to display again tonight. Final third phase in the end got even. There was a big advantage to Argentina in the first half. The entries, though, Argentina still dominated 56-38, but Ecuador did a much better job in their entries, turning those into goal-scoring opportunities, as evidenced by the big chances 3-1 on this game. So yeah, that is the game by the numbers overall. As you can see, Lisandro Martinez kept his position as the best player on the pitch. Emi Martinez with his heroics in the extra time and towards the end of the game got a 7.5. McAllister 7.4. Ramiro got up to a 7.1 in the end. Miraculously, no yellow card for him. On the Ecuador side of things, MF was dissing him, but I did think that Moises Caicedo had a really good game today. Did everything that he could to help his team to win. Preciado, good game as well. Hincapié, I thought, was not as influential as games past, but it was tough with Argentina, pinning him back more than he had been this tournament. I think the coach made some good, valid substitutions at the end, but I think if he had a bit more bravery, maybe bring Caicedo in when he had brought in Yeboah and Mena and just go to that 2-striker look earlier, maybe those 2-3 chances they got in the end would have been closer to 4 or 5 chances, and one gets converted and they actually do get the win in regular time. So can't beat the coach too much, because when you look at his substitutions and their impact, when you look at Minda, Rodriguez, and Yeboah especially, having good performances off the bench, Caicedo getting a goal scoring chance in his limited time. You must say that he pushed a lot of the right buttons. And conversely, if you look at the Argentina players who came on, really and truly didn't affect the game much. So, good job by Felix Sanchez today, keeping his team in it. Good job to get to the extra time. They look back and rue the missed chances, especially at the end of that game. They could have done better with some of those. But in the end, Argentina moves on to await the winner of Venezuela and Canada tomorrow night. Look out for me to doing that one tomorrow night, people. That should be another good one to watch. See if our CONCACAF brethren can get into the semifinals for a date against Lionel Messi and Argentina. All right, people. Before I cut out, as I say, I'm going to go through and just big up all the people and we're still there about on the ends. Yeah, man. So, MF said he told me that Argentina would get through. Talman now gets the right side. That is true. MVP since the World Cup for Dibu. Fana says a sellout thing because him did say that Argentina will go down. He said get sell. But he said Mr. 6'5" do something, right? Yeah, man. Dominguez couldn't get close to none of them. I don't know why they keep giving it to Messi. Oh, you mean MVP? Because a Messi boss wasn't pretty from Argentina, but job done. That is true. Yeah, I agree. MF, good try by Ecuador. BM is going for the Argentina-Canada rematch from now. Ecuador shouldn't score back. Argentina coach make bad sub, says Dale. Yeah, they definitely didn't affect the game. I was surprised when he took out Martinez. I know, the height thing and everything, but Martinez is such a good reader of the game. I don't think that the height would have really bothered him so much. Yeah, man, respect Francis. Respect Francis. Yeah, man, thanks for being in the building, man, and tell them to smash that like button. Debu is the best goalkeeper in the world. Hard to argue that right now, Rob. He's definitely up there. Messi should be sold for a defensive player, said Dale. Canada losers tomorrow. Stefan said Messi should be sub. You mean don't even start him next game? I doubt that going to happen. I don't think MLS is good for Messi at all. His form has dipped for Argentina since going to Inter Miami. Has it though? I guess because him not scoring in this Copa. I think he might have one goal. Canada beats Venezuela tomorrow, says Francis. 2-0. Okay. But we'll be in the building, Francis. So bring that 2-0 energy when the game are going tomorrow, He's in the retirement league. Yeah, man, because he's old. Why they giving Argentina so much credit? They should have lost the game. They could have lost the game. I don't know if they should have lost the game. That's a bit harsh. But they could have, for sure. And if they did, they couldn't have been so upset because the stats show that Ecuador could have won the game for sure. Canada have scored one goal and you're pretending like Marsh got them playing like prime Barca. Then I go at them yard tomorrow. So Rob Smith said, we are overdoing the Canada thing. MLS is on League One level. It's not enough to keep him in peak form. People bigging up Jesse Marsh and people need to pump the brakes. Yeah, man. We are creep up on the 1K demo. From where they are the people them start act right and subscribe when the footage act forward, Yeah, man. But I think people just need to realize say maybe Jason Gooner TV don't really have a set time. Cause I think that was a problem in the beginning, like when I was going to go live and stuff. It kind of get known as the late night man. But what I notice is me just have to work with the times when I can work with because I just saw it go. And if people don't catch the live content, one good thing is they know that when them see Jason Gooner with some content and is anything talking about football, them will probably watch it even outside of the real time of it being on because them know them probably going to learn something throughout the process of the show. So, yeah, man, people them just keep on showing the love and the appreciation. We never get any super chats tonight, and that's okay. We're not pressure them on them. Just are the women them for that matter. But yeah, man, as long as smash that like button for me, that is the main thing. But before we head out, people, the last thing I want to talk about, because I won't get a chance to make any content for the Euros tomorrow. So let me just real quick get a gauge of the people in the building. Give me your winners for tomorrow's quarterfinals. Of course, you have Spain, Germany first, and France, Portugal second. So me personally, people, I'm going to go with the home team in the first matchup. Spain, I think, has been more impressive overall. But I just have a feeling like Germany in front of the home fans are going to find a way and get the job done tomorrow. I could see that game going to penalties if we're being honest. I think the game will end 2-2 tomorrow. And it will go all the way to penalties and Germany will win. And then for the second game, France and Portugal, that's a tough one, people. But I'm going to go with France to beat Portugal. And I think they do it in regular time. And I think that game is going to be a close one. And that France-Portugal game will end 1-0. France-Portugal aim 1-0. So 2-2 Spain-Germany. Germany win on penalties and 1-0 to France in the second game. That's my two. That's my two. So yeah, drop on the predictions quick and fast before I lock off the stream. Let's see what I wanna say. All right, Francis said he will do his best to be here with that 2-0 Canada energy. I like it. I like it. I like it. So he says Spain beats Germany for me 2-1. Demo, Spain wins easily 3-1 Spain. France squeeze Portugal 2-1. And France beat Portugal 1-0. All right, so we have Spain and France. And I'm going for Germany and France. All right, so no Portugals just yet. But people, if you happen to watching this and the stream has ended, leave your comments below in the comment section. Give me your predictions for the France, Portugal, and Spain, Germany games. Should both be incredible. We won't be able to do any live content for that, but believe me, I'll be watching those intently wherever I am. I'll probably be at work, looking at a device. But yeah, don't tell that to the people them over there so when we work. Zine, them not know what I go on. But to be honest, I've gotten most of my co-workers into this Euro, and I believe the games tomorrow will be on Fox. So I'll be able to turn it on the big screen tomorrow. So yeah, man. Tomorrow we're gonna turn all of our co-worker them into some Euro fans. See? MF says he's just gonna enjoy the games and hope they're exciting. MF, I hope they are too, and I believe that they will be. I think the Spain-Germany one, there's no way that's not exciting. The France-Portugal one, because I've seen both teams kind of struggle to get to their optimum best. That's why I've gone for the 1-0. I think that one could be a bit of cagey midfield type of battle. Might not be the most end-to-end game with the most chances, but I think it will still be exciting due to what's on the line. I mean, a place in the semifinals in the Euro is a big deal. So, I think that added atmosphere and pressure will kind of force that game to be an exciting one, regardless of how many goals and stuff are scored. So, yeah, man. Great day today of content, people. As I said before, thanks to all the people that supported the live show earlier, where we talked about the resignation of Hallgrimsson and just some next steps for the Reggae Boys, where we'd like to see them look as far as coaches. And also this live stream here, where we got to see Argentina eke out a penalty win to keep their dream alive of defending their Copa America from 2021. All right, people. So again, my name is Jason Gooner. You already know, this is Jason Gooner TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Those are the rules, people. Yeah, man, those are the rules. So do that for me, people. And tomorrow night, we'll be back. I probably will start the stream tomorrow a little bit earlier than the 8:30, just to give a little bit of time to kind of go over the games during the day, because as I said before, I won't make any content tomorrow during the day. I'll be a bit busy. So look out for a little earlier start to tomorrow's stream for a little more build-up time, so we can give a little bit of time to those games in the Euro and talk about those before we get into the preview for the Canada versus Venezuela game. All right, people. So big up on yourself. Thanks for the support as always. And we are over. No, we're not going to say that. May enough people say that. Manners and respect, people. Jason Gooner TV. Blessings. We're out of here. Boom. Prayers up for the recovery from burial. Zine, big up on yourself, Jamaicans, yard and abroad.